Okay, so I wish I felt ready, but here we go. Window. Okay, so welcome to Exandria. It's the year 835 post Divergence. Been 800 years since the prime deities left behind a divine gate after finally putting an end to a 1,000-year war that was the Calamity. The betrayer gods sealed away, and they step away, and life on Alexandria was once again left to flourish. We arrive at a time of great change and strife across a continent known as Wildmount, as beautiful as it is mysterious. Jagged landscapes are matched by tensions of warring factions and powerful rulers. All along the western portion, oh, well, that's not what I want to do. I just erased my entire message. All good. All along the western portion of the Wild March, stretching from the north to the south, are the sun-kissed beaches of the Menagerie Coast, which thrive beneath the glittering banners of those called the Clovis Concord, a coalition of city-states that dot the Lithian Ocean. Oh my God! One moment.
What? Of course, something
Well,
has to happen in the midst of him talking.
yeah, sounds like a
Leaf blower?
friendly neighborhood who decided to drill early in the morning, rather almost midday, I assume.
Incredible. Can you still hear that? I'm so sorry, everybody.
Nope.
Good.
No, I
Wow.
don't hear it anymore.
It scared the shit out of me. Okay. So, under the vast Therios Mountains, we find the Menagerie Coast. Lush shores bustling with life, with merchants and pirates, and adventures gathering, and ports of cultural expression. And then eastward over those mountains, you'd find a divided region known as Winandir, where ground is scarred by the ancient wounds of that calamity. Oh, wow. We find in eastern Winandir lies Jorhas, a land ruled by the mysterious Kreen dynasty, a drow royalty led people of beast and shadow. They dwell amidst the ruins of that long broken war that destroyed the world. But from this darkness they rise, driven by a radiant light known as the Luxon. The Ashkeeper peaks separate the east from west Winandir, and those sprawling and fertile plains of the eastern portion are controlled by the ever-expanding Dwendalian Empire under the stern gaze of King Bertrand Dwendal. A reign lasting 13 generations, he is the latest, with his legions marching across the land, promising and conquering, subduing, each banner unfurled with strength and unity, and through those whispers, though, a rebellion persists as those chafe under the rule. To the far north, though, where the empire's influence wanes and the wild, cold reigns supreme, lays the Graying Wildlands. It's here that you would find Earthadune, that stands among the Flockhead Alps, a city carved from stone, marked by a union of elves and dwarves alike, those that had claimed refuge from Maleasmere, that once stood as a bastion of elven sanctity above in Wildmount, but now we find dwarves and elves going for common good. Beyond that, the Crystal Sands Tundra, a humble fishing post, and ancient ruins from a time long past. A place where the snow never melts and life must be fought with every breath. But our story starts much smaller in a place called Urzon, where we find among the Broken Vale marshes a city or a town that lays scattered through different kind of settlements that they make up in the Broken Vale mists or marshes, marked by the horizon-back turtles that many of the inhabitants use as both houses and as transportation. You would find a wandering nomadic kind of tribes where the cities never really stays in one place and is always shifting. But here we find a conglomerate of people of the Kryn dynasty. On the road to this place, we find a group making their way, weary, traveled along the road, or traveling amongst many of a caravan. Probably not a part of it, but as many do, safety in numbers. And you would be probably tagging along behind this caravan, made up of many different types of merchants, many beast folk at this point now, but some hailing from some of those scattered settlements on the fringes of the Dwendalian Empire, humans and elves alike, dwarves and gnomes. But many of our orcs, drow, others like yourselves, looking for a new place, looking for adventure, just looking for the next sail. Leading the group, we find a brightly colored, but maybe a little subdued, maybe trying to camouflage in, but brightly colored skin and a tail kind of whipping out from beneath her clothes. Desta, if you'd like to introduce your character.
She is on the shorter side, maybe like a good old 5'4", 5'3", but definitely doesn't look like it with the giant tail that is sticking out underneath her cloak. She is this really pretty blue color, but as you see her hands, they fade into a pinkish color, and she's kind of covered in scales along her hands. She has these cute little coral horns that pop out of her hairline and bright pink hair. Um, very, very chipper as she is walking, and she wears very dull colored clothing to kind of, yes, as Merp said, blend in the best she can, even though she's the color of pretty much cotton candy. Um, and she has these really pretty, like a dull, rusty red colored eyes. And then I have a picture there. And she has a goose that follows at her side that is white with little blue feathers poking around it with one wing. And he just waddles, trying to keep up.
As he waddles, he's a little bit behind. And he does like to honk like that every while. You kind of get used to the rhythm of it. But it's almost like he's kind of like his little thing as he walks. Every other two steps is going as he makes his way behind. I think at some point, some of the other merchants would take turns kind of carrying him or setting them onto their. He's a little bit of an endearing goose, but you always find him kind of getting into trouble or different things. But the endearing kind where people seem to just let it pass, no matter how destructive he may be sometimes. Um,
I, yeah, yeah, I would say he would be trying to steal people's snacks. I feel like the group would have learned very fast to keep their bags up high where the goose go can't get them.
that's incredible. Okay. Uh, tailing behind are three other members of a party. Uh, Definitely all stand out in their own way. Yet at the same time, because of the diverse caravan of, it's probably like a train of maybe 10 caravans, maybe eight, kind of somewhere in there. Some are in larger carts and carriages, and some are just like a train of mules and pack horses and things of that nature. And some are just like yourselves, travelers. Don't want to put anybody on the spot. Any volunteers to go first to introduce their character? You guys are gonna make
I'll
me put
go.
something
I
on.
don't mind.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay.
Um, Trailing not too far behind. Um, a character also on the shorter side of things, about 5'5", 5'6", not including the ears, because the ears lie flatly against his head. Is a herringon, sort of sandy coloured herringon, um, sort of cutish, roundish face, big brown eyes. His For most of his leathers or clothing, it's quite dull. The only thing that kind of stands out is he has a bluish scarf underneath it, and his sort of once was a more clearly more brightly maroon colored cloak has sort of faded with weather and time. As he's sort of walking along, I think as he's hearing sort of the rhythmic sound of the goose honking, he's almost playing his pan flute to create a noise that's like almost the sort of like rhythm. The honk is like the tempo of the music that he's playing. Just kind of casually, just not any particular tune, kind of just freehanding it, kind of just whatever the mood strikes at that moment in time. More as like also motivation to keep walking, because I imagine at this time we've done a lot of it, so it's just something to concentrate on.
You have done so much walking. Hailing from kind of the center area, hard to see on my map, but there is a long run, and I think Nagvra is where everybody kind of conglomerated and met. But then you would have had to walk across the fields to the Rock Guard garrison, deal with the Dwendalian Empire and all of their like, why are you going out here? What's your reason for leaving the Dwendalian Empire? Giving you the what for, especially with one of yours looking like very Dwendalian. You know what I mean? They just don't. They give you the third degree. It's not hard to get out necessarily. They can't. They don't stop you. They definitely do the investigation, and then the walking. So much walking. Like I said, I think you guys have covered at this point. We're bordering on like 250 miles of walking. So just to your point, lots of it. And now you're in a swampy, still a road, but a swampy, marshy area that is unlike anything you guys have walked through. As I mentioned, Western Winandir, lots of beautiful plains, kind of like going through any kind of like flat prairies kind of deal. So a lot of, not maybe at most rolling hills, and now treacherous ground that you are making your way through, where and little bugs that you have not used to, and they're a little bit bigger than you'd like them to be. That all that kind of stuff. Not super unpleasant. It has its own beauty. Also, not the best. It's very boggy here. But with that, your companion, who I'm gonna say is not too far away from you, Amara.
So, I thought about this way more than I did. So she's a pretty pale human. She's kind of just like fiddling with her fingers, trying to keep herself entertained on this walk. She has kind of shoulder length, wavy, dark brown hair that she kind of pins back a little, like a little half up. Green eyes. She's around average height for a human, like 5'5", 5'6".
So far, I'm the shortest. I regret my decisions.
Incredible. And then tailing not too far away, or maybe just ahead of them, is someone that definitely gathers a couple looks when they notice who he is. But I'm sure he does a good job of blending in. He's used to that and very good at it. Slick.
I wouldn't say he's really blending in due to the fact
Okay.
that his clothing kind of seems to be a little more pristine looking, fresh, newer. A fresh coat, some nice underneath shirt, buttoned shirt, as well as a bowler's hat on top of that, with a hat of a rat kind of sticking out of the pockets of the trench coat. Whereas he's, as many say, a wolfish, automaton, or an automaton. There is many names, but he's not any sort of living creature as in usually interpreted. He fully made of metal, although his face seemed to be kind of slightly, there is a dent, a scratch everywhere. Majority of his body is hidden underneath all the clothing, but hands and face that is uncovered show some kind of a plentiful scars of hard to tell what it was, battle or survival in. somewhere on the streets.
Amazing. I love that. A really unique group, but yet you blend in very well and have found your way traveling. And now you hear rumors, not rumors, or the whispers and the talkings of that you're closing in on Erzin. I'm not sure if any of you have a. Would any of you feel like you have a map, or any of your characters like one of those people who would prepare and like we have a map for everything kind of deal? I'm just, and feel free to say yes. It's not a trick question by any means. Just curious, is there group big on the navigation, or are you more just going along with the caravan at this point?
Um, I feel like Orthy would just be going along with the caravan. She is very much, it seems like she's just sightseeing at this rate. Even though they've been walking for a while, she's like looking at everything, being like, "Oh, look at this! Like, what's this?" Like, kind of thing. You know, when Rapunzel first leaves the tower and she's checking everything out, that is what Orthy is like.
Right. I love that. Ooh. How about the rest of you? Anybody feel like they would be the same or different?
Strangely enough, I do have a case that could contain a map of Scotland myself, but I'm not sure why.
There you go. Hey, we don't always have to have a reason. It could be you creatively acquired it. It could be it was given to you. It could be a many different reasons. But
Yeah.
let's just say, okay, so you have like a general map, maybe a collection of just some maps, and interesting. I kind of like that. Perfect. So you have a scroll case of just, I wouldn't say they're like super detailed, but you know, you can kind of keep track of where you are to certain good degrees. Probably kind of like a map, not unlike mine, where it gives you like a general overview. You know, you can't really zoom in on it, but it gives you a good idea of things. I like to think that you're able to kind of keep track and you're like, okay, we're kind of here and okay, and based on some information. Okay, I like that you loosely keep
Uh,
track of your location. I like that.
it's more. I'm so used to living inside the Nagva that I have the layout of the city basically imprinted in
Yeah.
my mind, but the outside world is so already a deep map.
100%. I love that. That's great. See, we came up with a reason. That's that simple. I love that. Okay. So, any so as you guys were just making your way through, I'm just going to open the floor and just kind of get your feet wet. If there's any dialogue or anything that your group wants to discuss, I know obviously just really jumping right into it, but you're just about to come up onto the city, so I wasn't sure if if the group wanted to make any plans. Now, uh, you have heard of some rumors of that people talk about that there's like money to be made, or like that there is somebody looking for a group of adventurers to help out. And there's like some like murmurs around the group. And when I say this, like you guys would be around campfires and stuff, and there'd be like stories exchanged. And so you've heard that as you're making your way to Erzin, that there's been like a kind of a call put out to some adventurers, and kind of probably was one of the reasons why you guys are along with the caravan too, because I think at some point that you would be wanting to do that. From I think that at least from oh, I'm forgetting your name, Orthy, uh, has been trying to do as much as she's doing her Dorothy impression, has some reasons why she's out here. So, as we have discussed in our season or session 0. So, I just wanted to open up to the party if there was anything that you guys wanted to talk about, just in even in passing as you make your way to Erzin in preparation. I would almost say that. Let's see here. Yeah, uh, that with this that you know that there is somebody that kind of looking for adventurers and a way to make money. And like as I mentioned, you weren't the only adventurers, but I mean, you guys are probably hopeful that you could get an audience. So I will just open up to you if there is anything before you. And when I say this, like you can almost see like the rise coming up, where like, oh, there's that settlement coming up of horizon back turtles and shanty, like really like tent city basically, nomadic to the core. Like these are the quintessential people that are living on the land that they are on until it no longer suits them, and then will pack up. And when we talk about horizon back tortoises, very large. Like you can build an entire house and have a family of maybe even two families of goblins live on one of them, or like a family of orcs, and even maybe even an ogre could probably survive and live off of one. Like it is, they are large creatures, which I'll give you a little bit of a overview of them in a moment. But in wake of that, is there anything? I'll throw it to Orthy first because you're my guinea pig. Is there anything that you wanted to address your group with?
Because I feel like Orthy would be giving them random. Okay, I just realized my phone did that. Whoopsies. Anyway, uh, Orthy 100% would be giving them random facts about Horizonback turtles because she loves Horizonback turtles and animals like that. So she's just giving them random facts list. Like, did you know like they can get this big, they can live for this long, like it's insane, and just gabbing their ears off. I can imagine that they're probably annoyed with it by now because she hasn't shut the fuck up since they've been traveling. Um, and she like turns around and like was talking to other people. She doesn't know how to pay attention to her tail half the time. And guarantee you guys have been smacked once or twice in the shin or something by the tail just sweeping by accident. And she like turns back around like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that." And then like, yeah, just a ball of energy that shouldn't be a ball of energy right now after all the walking.
So, once we enter the township, are we looking for work? I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty low on funds at the moment, and I don't do well with a empty pocket. I know Amara feels the same.
Find something.
Oh,
I mean, we could just take the job that we were talking about, the adventures. Like we're adventurers, right? We've been traveling together. We're adventuring. That counts, right?
mm,
A job,
my usual,
isn't it?
yeah, my usual play is more underhanded, but something in a more
But
official
but we
capacity might be better.
but we would get in trouble that way. And I don't. I look at me. I wouldn't survive in a prison. So
Are you intending to be in a prison one day?
I would die.
But you
I would die so fast.
are you
Um,
sure of that?
yeah, Goosko can't go with me, and if Goosko can't go with me, I won't be fine. So Goosko would probably get sold and then eaten, and that wouldn't be good for anybody.
Understandable. Then I suppose we have to avoid job that will put you into a jail, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't care if you guys go and like do like underhand things. Just don't get caught. I will leave you behind. I mean, I won't leave you behind. I would have to go and get you because guilty conscious. But um, don't don't get caught.
I've never gotten caught. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you haven't gotten caught so far. I haven't
Yeah.
seen you take anything as I'm
We'll be
checking my
fine.
own bag to make sure you guys haven't taken anything out of my bag. Just nonchalantly, like, I haven't seen you take anything. I'm going to check my own bag.
That is a good question, and this isn't to get you in trouble, but it's more to like understand your character. Amara, have you been indulging with your particular set of skills? You and Jack. Sorry, I have not memorized everybody's names. Julius, have you guys been sneaking around the caravan at all? There's no roles or anything. I'm just trying to understand your characters.
Not really. She kind of she steals from people like she has no connection with. Like she's not going to steal from like one of her party members or people she's traveling with.
Right.
Smart,
Like that.
very smart.
I'd say the most anything like that is, I think I'd like to imagine that Julius and Amara have an ongoing game of just trying to take something from each other
Oh yeah.
without the other noticing.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
Nothing
I take it back.
significant, nothing
Let's do
nothing
some.
crazy,
I take it
but just
back.
like
Let's do
little
some
trinkets
rolls.
Nice
or
share our spoils.
yeah.
Just for fun and flavor, both of you just roll an initiative. It's just,
Okay.
And it's just to see who goes first, and then whoever wins is going to roll a sleight of hand, and whoever loses is going to roll a perception. We're just going to start off to see who's on the offensive, who's on the defensive. That's all.
I think
I rolled
that's
a 14.
hilarious.
14.
Oh, I got a 15.
Incredible. So, all right. So competing. So just a sleight of hand from Julius and a perception check. So Julius is going to try. He's on the offensive now. He's going to try and steal from her, and then we'll, at your own leisure, you guys can kind of continue this game on. We'll just start it off here.
16.
22.
Oh, Jesus.
So I like to think that he's successful, but you do notice in retrospect, like maybe whatever time frame after, but you're like, instead of him being like, I got it, you're like, you like whatever it is, and you guys can play with it from there. Because the 16 is such a good one, so you're not in the dark, you just didn't catch him in the act. And then we'll go from there. You guys can role play that as much as you'd like to, and then I love that. Incredible. Yes, you would be making your way into the township, into the city now, and it would be very simple to find things here in that sense that there are structures that are more apparent to being where like a leader would be versus that. So very easily you would know where merchants are. It's pretty. It's a very humble place. There is a large settlement of a scattered 4 to 5, maybe even 6,000 people that make up the population of Urzin. And as you look around, lots of goblinoids, hobgoblin and goblins alike, and a smattering of ogres. And interestingly enough, an entire district, like when I say district, like an area that you first come through of gnolls. Like there is a widespread area of just like people, and they would be actually shepherding, and they have a bunch of different kind of animals that are kind of in a nicer, drier area, kind of cow-like animals and other kind of homesteady kind of creatures that they apparently are taking and looking after. And then a smattering of orcs and then other races, drow and Dwendalian races just like yourselves. So you'd see a smattering of tabaxis and humans and dwarves and and gnomes, but predominantly the beast races, as the Dwendalian Empire would call it, that make up this area. And just to highlight, most of you, if not all of you, being with the Clovis Concord being so apathetic and subservient to the Dwendalian Empire, there would be so much propaganda against this side that you guys, especially like I said, going through the garrisons where they're like warning you of like all these cutthroats and there's going to be raids all the time, and you're not finding that, but you were warned about all this. And like, so I don't know how you guys really feel. You get to decide that. But coming into this city of large gnolls and ogres and orcs, and you guys all being as small as it sounds like, it would be a little maybe intimidating. But I would also say there's not anybody like staring you down. There's nobody like, hey, look at these people. Oh, new fresh meat's coming in as the caravan's coming in. If anything, you get a few waves or nods, and mostly people just don't seem to care that you're coming in. It's not a big deal. So just to kind of highlight those two things, lots of warnings, and all the way through, if you guys ever mentioned that you were coming in here, even in passing to anybody, they would warn you about it. Or if you just heard someone talking about it, and then also to highlight the rumors of all the war. There is a war going on, and you would also have been warned about that. The Dwendalian Empire is pushing into the Kreen Dynasty's area, and the Kreen Dynasty has also had attacks within the different areas of the Dwendalian Empire. A war is going on, but not so much that you couldn't go through the checkpoints and whatnot. That's why you guys were so heavily scrutinized. Are you spies? Why are you going out there? Passing through all of that and getting through it, the war has not gotten to a point where it is an all-out war and offensive. It is just more of not even a cold war, a lukewarm war, if you will. But still, those rumors persist. All of that aside, and maybe that is not a concern to any of you, but I just wanted to highlight that there would be that at least propaganda. Whether you buy into it or not is up to you. But all of you would be like, this has at least been told to me as not a good place. But as you've come into, it is like any other place, if not strange, seeing large horizon-back turtles kind of making up like a skyline almost, if you will, and then like inner areas that have been not trampled down, but have been like kind of made to be easier to walk on in these swampy areas. And there would be like a town square where there is the leader building, if you will, where people can go to, and then other tents that were made up, and not just like flimsy tents. These are like really well made tents. Like they're semi permanent structures and where people live and set up shop and are merchants and trade and ply a life. So while it does move, it does not move all the time. It is not like a daily or weekly thing, but it does move when it needs to. So that is kind of the area that you find yourselves in, like any other place. People trying to sell you things, clothing to buy, ways to ward off pests and beasts, weapons. There are armor and all and trinkets, just trinkets and food. Come eat our food. There's stalls and stuff of people open spits of meat, and there's smells in the air. I mean, once you get into Urzin, the swampy area definitely becomes lessened, and you get more of a village city almost atmosphere as you make your way in. So if there's anything you wanted to explore, or you could kind of make your way through, it's not too crowded in the beginning area, but if you can see that easily once you move into sort of more of the central area, it would get pretty more densely and almost crowded, if you will. But here on the outskirts, you have the caravans just now moving in, and I would like to think that you guys kind of just stop on, like, just kind of move off to the side, so you guys can have a moment to plan, if you will, or you guys can continue on. The caravan is moving into the central area where that population is kind of congregating. So it's up to you whether you want to continue forward or if you want to have a moment um, to decide. I don't want to railroad. I'm pretty open ended and let you guys kind of decide and guide the story as well. But if that's not, if you guys want me to push you through, that's cool too. But right now, you guys are off to the side, kind of watching as the caravan is just now moving into the city. As you're now just taking in the sights as described. Is there anything in particular the group would like to do before moving forward?
Can I ask where, kind of how everyone is moving through this area? Like, is someone leading, or are you all
Orth
walking in a line?
I Orthy would be very big crowded place, new things. She would want to try and visit every stall. So unless they stop her from going to visit everybody that's calling her over, she would be like a getting lost, like going like, oh, I want to go and try this, um, kind of thing. She also, as soon as we entered town, she put this safety harness on Gusco so he can't leave. It's a
Okay.
bright yellow rope that she's made and like into a harness, and she's like has a leash to it that goes around her waist. That way, that
That's
way
great.
Goosecoat can't go and cause mayhem like he likes to. So,
She knows me too well.
yep, uh-huh.
How long
Um,
is this leash?
Long enough that he can walk, not long enough that he can get away.
it sounds like Guzgo needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sounds like
Oh
Goosecoat
no.
needs to behave.
Or is it Ori?
Okay.
Slake would be a little slightly behind, as the open areas and the streets are kind of not the usual route he uses. Mostly moves through the little alleys and the more tight spaces of the city rather than the open streets. But so he kind of watches out of them as tries to imagine the layout of the city while they're here, just in case.
Love that.
I
Yeah.
like to
So
think
just
that.
go ahead, please.
Oh, sorry. I like to think that Julius he's completely comfortable. Um, he's actually similar to Orothy in the sense of like it's a new place. This takes like that was his favorite part when he was part of the carnival, was getting into these new places and experiencing new people, and you know maybe for his own benefit, see if he depending on what the people are like, but he loves so he'd kind of be not as inquisitive as Ori because he knows like he knows a bum deal when he sees one. I feel like.
I agree with that.
So
I think that's a very
he,
suit.
he'd probably be not guiding her like no, but like oh you want to watch out for that, kind of like guiding her, kind of still walking her through, but just not letting anyone kind of like separate her fully potentially to kind of catch her in a situation of trying to like oh you've picked that up now you got to buy it kind of thing.
She's 100% done that before too, and I think
Yeah.
that's probably why Julius is like, no, don't, that's a bad one. Don't do that because she's probably 100% lost a lot of her gold before.
You're gonna walk 2 minutes down the road and that thing's gonna fall apart in your hands, trust me.
I trust them. They say that it's good quality, and look, it's
Yeah.
gold colored. It's gold, right? The gold's hard to break.
You've been at some of the camp, at night time when I tell my stories. Some
Yeah,
people embellish for flavor, just a bit of flavor.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. We'll get you up to speed and yeah.
Okay. I'll follow your lead. I'll hold Guspo as well because he's really interested in the gold things, and I don't understand why. He tried eating one in the last stall. I had to pull him away.
Well, he's already kind of walking around right now, but so you can definitely go and try and retrieve him.
As you move towards him, you see like a figure walking past, not see this like yellow gold leash, and trip over it. And she'll kind of fall. And since I think, is it Julius who's near her?
Yeah.
Suddenly you will feel like an impact as somebody lands on you, kind of trying to grab your shoulder as she begins to fall down.
What do you do?
Julius feels like he might have. Julius is definitely sus of that because he's like he's seen this trick before. Oh, sorry. Oops, I fell into you.
Oh
Pardon
no.
me. Yeah. So
Mara
I
did this
think
to me. Sorry.
he doesn't stop the catching, but he's trying to be very cognizant of where the hands are. He's more paying attention to what the hands are doing. But he would still like he's only a small guy himself, so depending how big they are, he's just going, whoa.
Okay. So do you try to stop the fall, or am I taking you down to the ground?
How tall is the person, would you say?
In this kind of moment, they seem taller than you.
Can I? He will try and stop it. Can I do a strength check to see if I stay on my feet?
Make a
So it
dexterity
doesn't
saving
fully
throw.
make it. Oh, Dex, thank you.
Yeah.
Not great, an 8.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
Just yeah, I imagine it takes me to the ground.
Okay. You'll as like we kind of land on the ground, she'll kind of sit up a bit, and you'll see a like average height drow woman, with like long white hair pulled up into a ponytail. She's wearing like gray shirt, black pants, and like a cropped jacket. She's got like lavender-ish, like light purple skin and red eyes. And she'll just say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see something came out of nowhere, something tripped me. And you'll see she is heavily injured. She's got like a black eye and scratches on a cheek. She's got like blood kind of running down her neck, and she's trying to like brush dirt off of her as she sits up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Julius kind of will get to his feet, kind of just try and brush off any muck that he fell into. I imagine with the swampy area, it's it's fine. It's fine. Accidents happen all of the time. It's just one of those things.
Yes. I don't know what I tripped on, and she'll kind of look around and look up at Orly. Is that a goose?
Yeah, are you okay? I made this leash very brightly colored. That way people wouldn't do that.
I wasn't paying
Are you blind?
attention.
Are you what they call like colorblind, where you can't see color? Or is there like, are you okay?
I'm okay. Yes, I wasn't paying attention. I was distracted by something. Please, let me get up, and she'll kind of like stand up. I'm Zoe. Nice to meet you. And she'll kind of put her hand out to you guys.
Ori would take it. I mean, I feel like she would be like trying to help Zoe up, feeling bad that she tripped over her leash. But like she would shake her hand like, "Oh, I'm Ori. Uh, that's Julius." And then Amara's around us, right? And so is Slick.
Somewhat. Yes.
Yeah, we're kind of just like watching from afar. Like, what are they doing?
Why are you doing this?
just like, oh, they're off at it again, kind of thing. And we have two friends, other friends, Amara and Slick. They're just gonna kind of turn around looking for them. They should be like, they're over there.
Are you all new to town? You don't look like people who would live here.
Well, that's rude to the people that live here. I'm sure they're
My
fabulous.
apologies. I did not say they weren't. Can I?
Oh, are you
tell
saying
you
we are?
something? I fell on your friend.
Oh yeah, you can pay him back. You don't need to pay me back. It's my fault that it happened. So, well,
It's fine, really. Don't worry about it. And I'll just kind of like, as I'm saying it's fine, I'm just like patting my any pockets or anything that I have. I'm just being like, just do a quick like feel. Okay, that feels the same. That feels the same. That feels yeah. You look a little roughed up there.
I've had a bad couple days, but just got back from Fort Venture. I got roughed up pretty bad there, so I'm seeing double right now.
I mean, yeah, you didn't even see the leash and you tripped over it and fell. I'm pretty sure you feel not good. Uh, do you need help?
Just need to sit down for a minute, I think.
Well, we've been walking for a long time. I think we all need to rest our feet a little bit. Do you know anywhere around here? Tavern?
I would, Merp. Where am I currently staying?
So there would be a Horizonback turtle that would be run by the Safavi family.
Okay.
Your contact is named Farnosh. Farnosh, a goblin family, and they run like a little modest, like it's almost like a bed and breakfast. You could tell, like a little bed and kind of deal. A couple rooms, and like so these are 40-foot like Horizonback turtles, very large. So you can almost have like a little community within these things if you wanted to, kind of a deal. Like I said, an ogre can fit on top of in one of them. So just so like there's one that's like they run a bed and breakfast on that, and they just call it like Safavi's bed and bee, and nothing crazy. And that's where you're staying as of right now, and you could definitely go there. And then there's a few different like areas where you can kind of sit down, but that would be the best one probably.
Okay. I'm at Safavi's just up the way. But are did you guys just get here today?
Yeah. Yeah. She's gonna kind of glance at Julius because she's learned the hard way not to overshare. She's yeah. We got here not that long ago.
Um, yeah, there's no problem with having a further conversation in more comfortable settings.
Truly,
We're trying to get the lay of the land here anyway.
Of course. Well, I can show you around if you'd like. I was just headed back to where I'm staying.
Is there food there?
Oh, of course.
I'm starving.
Well, how about this? I will buy you all a meal for helping me.
Huh, well, that seems like a perfectly good way to settle the debt.
I still don't know how I'm indebted or you're indebted to me. You tripped over my leech.
We don't turn away the good graces of this lady. She wants to help.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Guilty conscience, Julius. I told you, it's really bad.
We're gonna work on that. You just gotta push deep down.
It's very shallow.
Oh,
I can't push it any yeah. You pay for the food. Works for me.
Sounds good. She'll kind of turn around and be like, "It's this way."
Oh,
And start walking
just
in
gonna
that
kind
direction.
of wave for the others, like, come on.
Well, guess time to follow.
I'll
As
kind of
I
hang back
assume,
until Amari comes on. Sorry, mate. Go on.
since I heard that the drow, the Julius and Ori met, I kind of hurt, injured and such. Can I kind of take a peek at the injuries and kind of try to discern what could be the source of those injuries? But
Sure. You can do an insight or a medicine check. I'll allow either of them. Just let me know which one you roll on.
let me think. Let me check real quick.
Both will reveal different information.
Medicine it is. Oh, that's a 21.
All right. Well, that's probably better answered by the one who suffered them then. What do they look like in your estimation? When he kind of is able to get a little closer look, what do they kind of look like?
At a closer glance, so it looks like she's been punched in the face a number of times. And you might also, as she's walking, get a glimpse at she has like red marks around both of her wrists, like a rope burn almost. So I think that would be probably all you could see, the rope burn and then hits to the face.
Lots of little cuts and then bruising, like a lot of mini cuts that are consistent with like when your face got kind of split open a little bit. Like it wasn't just one or two, you know what I mean? And then so it kind of gives the insinuation that there could be more going on, especially because everything you can see is marked. Even her hands, like along with those rope burns, probably have marks on them, cuts and different abrasions, and maybe even a crooked finger or two.
definitely.
Interesting.
As we walk, so where are you all from?
Another thing of her, like she goes to answer and then stops, and she's like, "Oh, I used to live in the jungle. Not around here at all. I don't even remember what it was called where I was from. I've been traveling for so long. It's just, you know." But yeah, it's where I found Cusco. And she's picked Cusco up at this rate. Yes, he's probably fought her because he wants to walk on his own because he's an independent goose. But she picked him up because she's not chancing anybody else tripping over his leash.
Okay.
And there's a decent amount of people around at this point. As I mentioned, you're going into the more crowded areas. Go ahead, Jay.
I would have kind of hung back until Amara kind of was by my side and kind of just would have whispered, "Are you getting any, you know?"
Yeah, I don't trust her.
Well, that's not a barometer of anything with you. When let's be honest.
Oh dear.
You don't trust
Is that
no
fair?
one.
Like, look at her. Like, she didn't get beat up for no reason. Like, it's a valid reason this time.
Well, I didn't seem to lose anything when she fell on me, so it wasn't a quick ruse, whatever she's doing.
There are different other types of scams going on.
Oh, I know my way about a good scam, and I know the long con and I know the medium con. I was just saying, short con.
Well, I'm saying she'd not be trying to steal anything from us, but she might be up to something bigger.
Well, she didn't get too far from whatever she was doing last time, it looks like.
True.
Well, you guys are talking, and you guys are like behind as she's walking ahead, right? Because we're following. Ori is ahead with Zoe, and she has Goosko, and she's telling her all about Goosko. This is my magic goose. Like you guys have heard it 1,000 times. She swears up and down that this goose is a magical goose, and it's never done anything magical ever in the whole time we've traveled together. But she has changed the subject from talking about them to talking about Goosko and just saying like, "Oh, he's a magical goose. He honks and he can heal and da da da. Even though he doesn't have a wing, his healing doesn't work on himself, and kind of thing." Just trying to derail the topic from talking about us, but still, just she's obsessed with Cusco, so she's going to talk about Cusco as much as possible.
Yeah, cannot wait to see a golden egg all of a sudden.
That was my question.
Oh no. He just lays normal eggs. Don't tell the others, but I have sometimes cooked breakfast with those eggs. They think they're chicken eggs. They're not.
Wait.
No, I know.
Wait.
No, I know. Goosko, I don't know if it's a male or female. I never even thought about it, but it's named
Well, you
Goosko,
say
so
he a
I know.
lot.
But he also lays eggs.
I like eggs.
Hey,
That's
I'm
why
not
he's a
judging.
magical goose. That's
He's a
why he's magical.
I will say that while you're talking about Cusco, it's like he knows and he gets all like, "Oh yeah," and he like, puffs up his chest a little bit, cranes his neck a little. It's like he knows.
Yep. Very proud of her goose.
That's hilarious.
I didn't even think about how do you tell the gender of a goose?
Apparently, you call them he while they lay eggs, and we just go with it, and that's our life.
He's a magical goose. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah, I love that.
find him somewhere?
Yeah. If she literally does the stumbling thing. Yeah, no. I found him, he found me. With my family. I inherited him.
You don't sound sure.
Cannot maintain eye contact while she says that at all. I acquired him. And then he saved my life, and that's how he lost his wing. So, but now he's my grounded goose because he can't fly anymore because he doesn't have a wing.
Oh, all right. She'll just kind of pet Goosko. Hi, Goosko. Have you all been on the road long?
Oh, yeah, while. Shut up, Goosko.
I don't mean to pry, really. I just passing conversation.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm normally a lot more talkative, but Julius and Amara tell me I talk too much. And so I'm I'm trying to like step back a little bit. It's really, really hard though, because I like sharing I don't think you seem like a nice person other than your black eye and your bruises. Uh you seem like and possible color blindness. But you know what? It's fine.
I'm gonna kind of when she brings up Julius and Amara or Amara, um, I'm gonna look back behind. Do I see them whispering or looking shady?
What do they say? Like, how would you guys converse? I'd leave that open to you.
I feel like we're kind of talking like kind of glancing at them. Like not the most subtle, but like you still can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah, one of Julius's rabbit ears is definitely cocked up a little bit, just to on that side, just to kind of catch what she's saying. Where he's still kind of like looking around, not like intense eye contact with Amara, but he's like casually still playing the part of kind of looking around and taking in what she's saying. But he's not like, if you turn, he's not looking at you necessarily in that moment.
Okay.
But his ear is. Sorry, I just love that visual so much.
That's not how you spell it. But yeah, how long have you been here, Zoe? Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from just around Zorhas, from Rosanna mostly. I've been in the area for a couple weeks.
All right, all right. What was the other question you asked us? Because she's trying to copy the questions you asked them, so she's thinking. Oh, like I know you were telling Julius how you got the bruises, but how did you get the bruises?
Well, I found myself in a bit of a pickle. I am on a job, looking for something, and life's hard when there's just one of you.
Oh, you went by yourself?
Yes, well, I don't have many allies in the city, so um, went by myself and didn't make out well.
Is there a reason why you don't have friends that would go with you?
I usually work on my own, but
Oh,
it hasn't gotten me very far.
yeah, it looks like you got your ass kicked for going by yourself. You should really get some friends.
That kind of was the hope. You know, you all look very
Oh,
able.
oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not a fighter. I'm what you would call a lover. I don't like hurting people unless I absolutely have to. I would end up like you if I got into a fight. All right, that's why I got those guys. All right, they know what they're doing.
She'll kind of sigh, put her head back. All right. Neither am I. I was hoping maybe you were.
Well,
Well,
I mean, if you talk to them, they might be able to help you. I mean, I'm here for the ride right now. So, but I mean, it does look like you've been through the ringer. Um, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to impose. Really, all I'm looking for here is information. I'm actually, and she'll pull out a necklace and kind of hold it up. You wouldn't happen to have seen something that looked a little bit like this, would you? And
What's this?
it's a like dodecahedron, and it's got like a little arcane light spinning within. And she'll just kind of swing it.
Can I hold it?
Certainly. She'll give it to you.
Yeah, it's got 12 sides, all flat faces, little glow about it. Interesting material too.
I would like to see if I know anything about this necklace, or
If anybody would like to, as you guys are seeing this, make a history check, probably be the best. There's a high
yeah.
DC though for you, Empire, and Western Winandiers. Winandiers? Winandians?
Well, I don't have a plus to mine, so it's a straight D20 roll for me.
Gamble.
I rolled a 14, Merp.
No, this escapes you.
I would wave to Amara and Julius and make sure they like, hey, you guys know anything? She is not quiet about it at all. So if you were trying to be quiet about the necklace, though, if she's just flinging it around, like, guys, you know about this? Like, she has no sense of self-preservation.
Nope, she's just holding it up. She like handed it out to you. No, like not trying
Okay.
to keep it quiet.
Perfect.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
9 on that.
Okay. Oh, I mean, it's incredible, and it definitely has a mystique to it. It's not just ordinary jewelry. You know what I mean? Like that. You know, when you see like a diamond, it's like, oh, that's a cool diamond. But like, it's even beyond that. I would say. I'm not saying this is like a general, but there's like pains have gone to. This is something different than that. All those things. It's not just a simple gem.
I haven't seen anything like this before. It's really pretty. Where did you get it?
Well, this is just a mimic of it, so to speak. It's a lot bigger in person, like yay big, but it's
That's a big
it's
neck.
like a magic object. Well, no, people don't typically wear them on their necks. I just keep it close to me.
Oh, I thought you meant it was like a necklace, like that big. My bad. Sorry. Usually my brain's a lot faster. We've been on the road for a while, and I'm starving. So yeah, okay.
I think by now you've gotten to the bed and breakfast and could be getting set up with some food and having some tea. So I would actually be, since you guys have been so standoffish, now the group's going to be kind of forced to get together. Well, depending on what all three of you do. I kind of already have an insinuation, an idea that Ori is going along to go just with Zoe and sit down. But for the other three, if there is anything different that you would like to, or if you simply just want to go to the table with there, it's going to be, it's just a moderate area. I shared a picture of these Horizonback turtles. The scale there is that's an ogre. So ogre is very big, and Horizonback turtle, obviously in the distance, still very big over that. So as you can tell, there is room for you all to come and sit in here and have like an area. So a modest area. Like I said, it's probably like 5, 6 rooms maybe. There's probably one like maybe a hobgoblin or an orc kind of having some a drink or something, but it's very quiet. There's someone just like maybe a bard playing some music, just a soft lute kind of thing, just very soft vibes in here. Like I said, bed and breakfast, so they're going for the whole peaceful motif, even though it doesn't necessarily fit the entire aesthetic of Urzin. They're trying to go for it in here, at least in this one. So it's not just like a bar kind of thing. There is alcohol to drink, of course. I'm just saying it's not like a rowdy tavern where you might get into a brawl. There are places like that available, but I just don't think that's Zoe's kind of deal. And I just thought that this would be a little more of what she would be in. A little quiet area for you guys to have a conversation if you'd like. You could cram into her room if you guys want to, just as a note, but that'd be even closer confines.
Ori would be very against going into a room. She's been yelled at for following people into rooms before, so she would be very. She's been trained, all right? She's like, let's find a table to sit down that's open. Please.
Okay.
I don't want to be yelled at today.
I'm I mean that in jest, but okay.
Yeah.
I'll get us some drinks, some food, maybe. Everyone.
I'm happy to pay for it. I'll
Oh yes, of course. I forgot. I forgot. Of course, you were paying for it. Ah,
Yes.
well, I will not stop you. But the second round will definitely be on me, if
Oh yeah,
necessary.
I like my alcohol. So if you're saying you're paying, Julius, you're paying. You can't take it back once I get my third round.
Just the second round. I specifically said the second round this time.
I think I heard 3. I don't know. I think I heard 3.
I heard it too. I heard it too.
See, Amara agrees with me. There's 3 rounds. And she's just gonna smile.
Amazing.
Are you sure you need that many drinks today? Rather this particular moment.
Excuse me, I can drink what I want to drink as much as I want to drink. I'm really good with my alcohol.
I'm kind of like
That's a blatant lie. That is a blatant lie. You guys.
That's a blatant lie.
Can
you get enough to roll?
Yeah, no matter what kind of an inside you roll, you always succeed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an automatic fail. That's right. You're right, Slick.
Love
he fails
alcohol.
automatically.
I just haven't gotten to have it since I was in the tower, so I've been enjoying it since I left the tower. All right, let me enjoy my alcohol.
That is the words of a promising alcoholic.
Oh no.
Call me what you want, all right? Call me what you want. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
There's nothing wrong with indulging a little bit from time to time, Slick.
I know, but your indulgence seems to be rather growing.
How about 3 small glasses?
Half pints.
Quarter pint.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yes.
She's just trying to just.
Yeah. Like Julius in that moment is like, I don't know if they make glasses that small.
100%. She was just trying to pull a word out of her ass just to have the last.
I would say in this moment, Julius is also he's taking a moment to kind of eye up the bard to see how good they are.
I would think that he's not the greatest. Okay, so he with the trained ear such as yourself, he's missing some notes not that you know the song, but you can just tell musically that he's missing notes or like doing the wrong key, or like he'll play it a little flat, or actually maybe even surmise that one of his strings is a little flat, that kind of a thing. But to the rest of you, it's pleasant enough and it's relaxing enough, and depending on your degree of music aficionados and whatnot. But I would say if you were using our bard here as a measuring stick, he can tell that it's not that great. Like, this guy stands to improve a lot. but it's passable enough that he's getting a few tips here and there. But he's not going anywhere other than this bed and breakfast.
Mhm.
That's
He's
what I'd
got a
say.
solid gig.
Yeah, unless someone kind of upstages him. Mhm.
I turn to the group. He's a solid 3, and I don't see room for improvement.
What did I say about ranking people?
What?
Mean.
I didn't tell him this time. I kept it to myself.
I guess that's better, but that's still mean.
Well, I can't help it. It's just,
Well,
you know.
what if I told you you were a solid 2?
Well, you would be lying, and I would know it.
You're not a solid
Got
2.
you
I'm
there.
sorry I said that. She's like,
Has
just so mad over the alcohol.
I'm sorry. What was your character's name again? The drow.
Zoe.
So has she already gone, or so is it just us, or is she?
Yeah. Yeah, she's up kind of towards the bar getting everything and paying for it.
So, what are we thinking? We're here for work. She's got a job, clearly dangerous, not built for one person, but
She needs friends.
But her wounds suggest she was rather held captive, or so I assume.
Hmm.
The
Well, that's not
wrists,
good.
the bruises seem to be inflicted by punches, which I'm very familiar with. The wrists were rather bruised as well by the ropes, or something similar. So very similar to those who were kidnapped or held by against their will, but I could be entirely wrong.
Told you, Julius. Suspicious.
well,
Come on, guys. Maybe she got into a fight with her friends. Maybe they're fighting over whatever they were looking for, and
Don't you
Yeah.
need
they.
to say she doesn't have
Yeah.
friends?
She said
Yeah,
she doesn't
that's
have
how.
friends. What if she had friends beforehand and didn't want to admit that they got into a fight?
Well, I don't know about your friends in the past, Orothy, but none
I
of
don't
mine
have
tied me to something and beat the shit out of me repeatedly.
I never have had friends. Thank you. I thought you guys were my friends, and you guys can be really mean sometimes, like take my alcohol away. So sometimes we do fight.
Well, be lucky, well, like her ex-friends, apparently, that we didn't tie you up and beat the shit out of you as well.
She like
Unless
clutches
you wish
a
it
little
to
closer
happen.
to her. Yet.
That's not my forte. Can't say much more about Slick, maybe, but
If you really wish it to happen, I may arrange it.
No, thank you. I'm good. Uh,
I was just gonna say, when looking at Zoe, did she have any apparent weaponry on her, or was she pretty like she had like did she look like a person who's had all their shit taken as well as getting roughed up?
Yeah, she doesn't have any obvious weapons on.
But still have a coin, surprise.
Hmm. Hmm. She could have other abilities, you know. Someone like myself, we don't know what she's capable of.
you mean the
If she
ability
had,
to use their words to hurt and help? That's scary. Another one of you running around sounds terrifying.
That
you would be
sounds
surprised.
glorious.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, you would be surprised how many of the people like Julius are around.
I want
Especially
another one
hidden.
like Amara. Okay, Amara stays quiet unless absolutely necessary, and she's also not mean for no reason.
Ew. That's like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Really?
She sees
So
me.
much
I
fun
feel
you
seen.
Other than your trust issues, we have to work on that. But other than that, you're great.
I feel like I have a decent level of mistrust.
It took you a
Zoe
week
is
to
not
say hello to me.
unwarranted. Okay, well, we don't have to bring that up.
And I'm the most unsuspicious person in this room, okay?
And that's suspicious.
The only
You're
suspicious
suspiciously
about you is your
unsuspicious.
energetic. Yeah, how energetic you are and how open. That is suspicious sometimes.
Thank you.
I am a ray of sunshine, all right? Y'all are the clouds that block it
But
sometimes.
where is the light? There is the darkness. Which is
Well,
good.
obviously it's you, Slick. You're the darkness right now.
I know. It's really
I could
comforting.
I can be delightfully charming and talkative, and
You
when
are
I choose
so
to be.
right, but also so mean.
Oh,
Remember
you
that
know,
one dress I really wanted, that pretty red one? You told me I couldn't because of my color scheme. It looked
it
ugly
would
and I
have.
looked like a candy cane. I really
It
like
would.
that
Wait,
dress.
he saved you on that one. He saved
Yeah.
you on that one.
No!
See, I'm the good one because I chose to help you in that moment and tell you how dreadful it would have been.
I guess.
The thing you've got going on right now, it's great.
I want more color. I don't like wearing this ugly, muddy red dress.
Look,
It's
after we
dull.
do a job, we can go shopping.
Okay. But Julius has to
Okay.
stay home.
Okay.
That-
Wow, the Julius hate early on. What the hell?
Oh well, happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it fucking happens to the best of us. You're right.
Oh, Julius is the best. I'm having so much fun. For real. It's just the bunny's the meanest one in the group, guys. The bunny.
yeah.
I mean, it's a bunny.
The-
What do you mean?
I can be pretty mean. It's true.
Yeah, you can be.
Mhm.
Oh, that's great.
At the bar, I want to like order food and drinks for everybody. Do I see any other kind of patrons nearby with a like coin purse on their belt?
Yeah,
Arthur knew it.
the orc that's in here. You've noticed that he kind of has been, like yourself, seeking out a quiet. But he has also been freely tipping, and you've been eyeing him up, and now it's time to cash in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and kind of get close, and when like in a loud moment or something, I'm going to try and nick the bag off of his belt.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check for me.
Dirty 20.
Wow, that beats my roll of a 15. And so, again, not this man is he's not unaware and stuff, but you have also been laying some seeds here, and uh, um, you're able to deftly yoink a rather sizable purse from him in a moment of getting a little closer. And yes, as you hand it over, as he goes to leave, none the wiser.
Okay. And I will just, acting like it's mine, just pay for the food and drinks that I just ordered.
Yes, and the patron says, "Oh, are you clearing up your what was the word? Tab? Oh, thank you. And oh, yes, we'll make sure to order everything. Thank you. We were wondering when you were going to sit down. Thank you."
Of course.
Mm.
And
And
I'll
he
head back to the
writes it
table.
off, and the waiters would come, and if you want to tell us what you would order, you may. But if you don't, the waiters would come in and just take your orders and ask, like they'll literally come to you and ask what you would like, without even asking for a menu, or there would be a cursory menu of what you would like, and it would be brought out. And after eating it, there would be nothing to pay for, as it is appearingly no bill is presented at the end of it. But if you'd like to tell us what your characters are indulging in, I'd love to hear it.
If nobody wants to go first, I'll go first. I will get the juiciest meat option. So whether it be a steak or whatever. I'm gonna get that. And then the most expensive, well, no, the second most expensive alcohol.
Okay, yeah, there'd be like a nice brandy here that's made from probably some of the berries that they have. They call it a ghost berry.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm
And
getting that.
and I was just looking up it's a dish with mastodon. Um,
Ooh.
I'm just looking up the Hero Chronicle here because that's where it is. And it's
For some reason, I
190.
felt like Ori would be a vegan, but I'm not sure why.
Oh
Yeah, no, for
no.
real. I
No.
kind of I gonna get that
Um,
vibe too, to be completely real.
I mean, she
so
has a goose as a pet. Why? Who would keep a food as their pet?
Right? I know.
so
It's just
um
monster. Mastodon
she
corundle. That's what you get.
yum. She's got jagged like shark-like teeth. I forgot to mention that. She got sharp nommers. All right, she loves me.
Nommers.
I mean, you may have sharp numbers, but you may chosen a path of a vegan.
No, she chooses the path of I'm going to eat animals.
Will you
It's not
eat your
this one.
pet too? Yeah, just not this one particular. Everyone else is a food. Slake wouldn't order anything for himself, but maybe a selection of cheeses.
Oh God.
Yes, easily enough you would have that. They would. They're not really. I don't think anybody would even really bat an eye because they're like, yeah, you look strange, but no one's really picked up on that. At least here, these goblins, the whole idea of an automaton probably escapes them. Doesn't even cross their mind. You know what I mean? It's like this is just some weird guy, like, and they're in this case at least, and you would have cheese presented to you like a little like a almost like a charcuterie board, but it is just cheeses.
Okay. And so I shall take out my little friend out of the pocket and let him roam on the board and just consume the cheese.
Yes, you guys all think that it's for him, and all of a sudden you remember, then all of a sudden comes out of his, I guess maybe in your like coat pocket, maybe he stays kind of
Yep,
thing,
yep,
as a
yep,
little
yep.
house thing.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
scoop him up and let him to sit down and like just place my hand down on the table as the little rat just skitters to the nearest cheese and just begins to nom on it.
Starts eating up and he's just eating, and he kind of looks up at you, and then you kind of remember, oh, he kind of likes crackers, and you have to hail down the waiter to bring out some crackers, and so they bring it on a plate, and then they see the rat, and they're like, oh, they kind of give it to you, and then they're like, nobody says anything, but then he has his little crackers, and then you see the rat kind of get down, he just takes some crumbs, and he goes, a little fancy rat eating his cheese and crackers.
Yeah, even the smallest of us deserve some luxury in this world.
Just make sure he eats all the cheese. The last time he didn't eat all the cheese and you saved it and it stunk for a week.
But he enjoyed it nonetheless.
That's gross.
Love it. I love that so much. Anything for Amara and Julius in particular?
I'm gonna get some fish, like some kind of fish dish.
You're gonna
Fish
eat
dish.
fish in front of a fish person? That's rude.
One of her
Well, at
favorite things
least
to
you
do.
don't need a rabbit in front of the rabbit person.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
I'm a pescatarian. Sorry.
no. It's all right. I'm just
Uh,
kidding. I don't care. It's not me. It's all right.
they would have a dish that's called the Emerald Trout from the Fallen River. They send out people, so it's like this like kind of not quite like a rainbow but color, but like these beautiful shades of green and emerald colors, and but makes for a lovely dish. It's not like pink or anything. It's like this. It would look odd. It would be like a bluish color of the meat, but oh, so delicious.
I wonder if my insides look like that. That would be her inside thoughts on their outside. I'm so sorry.
Mmm, only fish fillet.
And it would come
Uh,
with like some veggies and everything too. Really well done. Yes. What was that, Julius?
I was just gonna say Julius would probably order a similar like brandy type drink,
Mm.
and any like root vegetables.
Oh yeah, they have those in spades. There's especially a grilled. It's called yo-yo. It's almost like a zucchini, and it's spiced and served with the rice, and then some other veggies as well. But that's like the main dish. It's almost like meaty in the way that it's rooty, but like it's very good, tender, but
Mhm.
a wonderful dish. There is like a whole portion of the population of Jorhaus that is vegetarian, and they do a really good job at bringing those flavors to. Not that you used to say that you guys are, but it just is a very good dish that even a meat lover would like. And so, as you are sharing these foods and whatnot, and having this moment, your I would say benefactor, maybe we'll say, or the one paying for the drinks and the food, would return to the table.
We're all cleared up on tabs, so just eat whatever you want, really. I really don't mean to intrude. I won't stay long.
Oh, well, we were curious on what you needed from us.
Oh, I don't need anything from you per se. I am truly just here to help. I feel bad for running into your friend. But if you hear anything about, the dodecahedron, it's called a beacon. If you hear anything about it, I'm staying here and I would love to know, you know? Like information, really, is what I'm looking for. I had no luck at Fort Venture, but I also didn't get as far in as I wanted to go. So, if you hear anything about it, it would be very useful to me.
Well, do you think we would get more information if we went into Fort Venture?
I would never ask you to go into Fort Venture. It was quite dangerous.
And what kind of a danger, to be specific?
Empire soldiers. Right, Merv?
That
Okay.
is a fort. Think of it as a occupying force in an enemy territory, which is what she's going to explain to you in a moment. And I will let you continue, Kay. But that is what this is. So you guys went through and would know of the garrisons. There's the Ashgard garrison, but you went through the Rockguard garrison. That's where the borders of both the Dwendal Empire and the Kreen dynasty end and begin. Is at that point. So you have like a dead man zone right through the Ashkeeper Peaks that you guys went through, like a whole gorge and canyons and monsters through there. Luckily, you guys didn't have anything other than a few light brushes. But then what she is going to start to talk about is a Fort Venture that is a on this side of Jorhas, a Dwendal Empire force fortification. So that's the way to put it. And so she nailed it with the Empire soldiers. It would be unknown because nobody. This isn't supposed to be here.
They don't take well to drow, especially not drow sticking their nose in their affairs.
Well, that's rude.
I didn't realize the Empire reached this far over the border.
They shouldn't. But they too like to stick their nose where it doesn't belong.
How do we know if the noses belong there or not?
This is not their territory. This is all of the Bright Queen.
True. Does somebody need to take them out? I'm not. I don't know. It's a horrible thing to say.
I'm sure people would like to. Many colleagues of mine.
You say
You have
colleagues,
colleagues,
but
you
she
don't
went
have
in
friends.
alone.
I have no friends in
I
this
cast
city.
Jinx. Sorry.
Podcast.
Not many, anyway.
You told me you didn't have any friends, but you have colleagues. They could have gone in with you. Now I feel lied to.
Colleagues are not friends in my estimation.
You got me there.
So was this something more that you were, when you say colleagues, you're part of a syndicate, guild?
I work for the queen.
Oh.
Hi. When you say work for the queen, in what sense? Like, have you seen the queen face to face? Do you talk to her all the time? Or is it like one of those that's like way down the line, you work for her, but you've never met her and never talked to her?
Well, I feel like this is a lot of questions from people who won't tell me where they're from.
I'm sorry, I was just listening to what Julius and Amara told me to do. I said I was from a jungle. Okay, that's not a lie. And I have been traveling for a while, and I haven't been outside in a hot minute. Okay, so I'm not used to all the lands and the names of everything.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh, she kind of goes, oh, fuck.
I have nothing to hide, unless you are all Dwendalian soldiers.
I'm not a soldier.
Not
But you
at
are
all.
of the Empire?
I'm of the jungle. I want no parts of the war.
I may have been born on the Empire side, but I like to roam as I please.
I bear no. I have no. But I'd rather say I have no side taken. Politics are rather alien topic to me.
She'll kind of look to Amara suspiciously.
I have no loyalties to anybody.
Hey!
Accept the coin.
Not like empires or countries. I'm loyal to people.
It is a good way to be. Then I have nothing to hide from you all. I don't work directly with the queen. I don't speak to her very often.
Damn.
More under the employ of someone who does speak with her.
Okay.
And your capacity? In what role do you represent?
I am. That's a tricky question. I have a. She has a job that has been given to me. I'm looking for these beacons.
And those beacons are quite large and hard to not notice, right?
You would think.
I mean, beacon usually beckons people to come closer or show something, or kind of pillar of light, or not sure myself, but
They do, you're right. And it seems they have attracted the attention of the Empire. And the Empire seems to think that they can take what is ours.
aha, okay, that makes sense.
Ah, so it's a recovery mission.
Yes. But, of course, that is not general information. Really, I don't mean to burden any of you with any of this. I really probably need some rest. I will take my leave.
Well, actually, since you said you don't have anything to hide, Slick mentioned something earlier about your injuries, and I'm curious, and I don't know how to shut the fuck up. Were you held captive?
Briefly, yes.
Was it by the soldiers or
Yes.
noted? I'm only violent to people that are violent to people that don't deserve it. So that gives me fuel.
It's a gray area, I suppose. I was breaking in.
But were
How'd
you
you
violent
escape?
to them?
Sorry?
How'd you escape?
I can be quite deceptive and sneaky when I need to be. I
Oh, so
managed
fair.
to convince somebody to let me use the restroom and escaped that way. Ran out there. I have none of my belongings. And I've been in the marsh for 3 days.
You sound like a scary mix of Amara and Julius, and that's scary.
I am not scary.
What are you talking about? That sounds delightful.
We're not scary.
Yeah.
Yet.
I've seen what you guys can do when you work together, and that sounds like what she did. So, yeah.
Truly, I just got myself caught. But all I really need is information. I can get back to my other colleagues, and then I can be out of Urzen for good.
I mean, information shouldn't be too hard to get.
Remember, Dorothy, information's never free.
But that's why I have you guys. You guys are really good about either forcing it out of people or coaxing it out of people. So it's always free when I got you guys.
Well, I was talking about the transaction between us and our newfound
Oh, yeah.
colleague
How much
here.
money are we getting for doing this? Sorry.
Well,
I
I was hoping that the free meal would be enough to hear if, for you to let me know if you hear anything. I'm not asking for anything more.
Oh, I fell for it.
Medium con.
You're supposed to warn us if we were walking into one of these things. I picked up the item and I had to pay for it.
I told y'all.
I know. I'm sorry, Amara. You're like that little
Well-
voice in the back of my head that I don't listen to.
Well, everything's been free so far. Unfortunately, none of us know what she is talking about.
If you find particularly good information, I might be willing to give a little more.
Oh, the first taste is always free.
But I will leave you with that. And she'll kind of get up. I need some rest.
You look like you need some rest. That's a good idea.
I'm sure I look like shit.
Oh, damn it. I did it again.
Oh god. Oh no.
And she'll
I
make
guess-
her way away.
With that, she's gone, and you are left with your meals and with requests for a dessert if you were looking for, and refills if you so choose to have them. But she leaves without more of a word to retire to her room. You are left to discuss if you would like. So I'm just curious if you guys may just take your role playing, and then I just need to know if you're going to stay here or what the plan is from the group. But you can discuss that amongst yourselves, and don't have to tell me directly. I can infer from your conversations if you so knew. But you are left alone with food and drink and a couple questions about who you just met.
Merp, just a really quick question. What time of day did we enter?
Yes, I didn't do a very
Yeah,
good job of painting that. I like to think that you
No, it's
came
okay.
in the early afternoon ish, so you're kind of into that 2-3 o'clock kind of time of day.
Okay, so not too late in the evening.
Not at all. You have lots of time and a full day in front of you if you so choose to use it. But lots of time to rest if you'd like as well.
So, what are we thinking?
I like her.
think y'all should listen to me more.
Well, we could get some more coin this way. If we get enough information that we can just haggle her like you guys normally do.
Well,
But to get the information she needs, we need to know what to look for exactly. Yes, beacons, these weird structures, but where to look for one exactly?
That's why
well,
you have happy-go-lucky people like Julius who will ask people about information and they will give it without realizing they're helping us.
I do love when you compliment me.
You're paying for my second round of alcohol, so I gotta compliment you.
Well, I don't actually know what information she needs. Does she know that the beacon is there? Or is it that she went there, couldn't find it, got caught, ran away?
See, this is why you guys should be really the ones that are asking questions. I don't know what I'm doing when I'm talking to these people. I know I like to talk, but I don't get anywhere. I get stuck right there.
We have
Or get
questions. You
distracted.
only have words to
Yeah,
say.
yes, yes. New people, they're fun.
I do agree, new people are fun. For different reasons entirely, but they are.
Okay.
Well,
Anyway,
she seemed pretty tapped anyway. You saw her, she was exhausted, so I don't think we could have quizzed her further.
you got her shit rocked. Well, you don't go by yourself. She
That's
really
why you
needs friends.
well, friends, but even with friends, you don't necessarily go into a heavily fortified place of your enemy.
I don't know. Cusco's my best friend, and he goes everywhere with me.
And that's why
If
he
we
has one wing.
if we are to try to get into such
Hey!
heavily protected place, do we really wish to risk it with Ori on our side?
Hey!
Well, sure. We're all capable in our very individual, special ways.
But
That your way of
quietness
saying that
is
I'm
not
not.
always. Yes.
Hey, I can be quiet. It's Cusco that caused us problems the last time we were sneaking around. Remember? Okay, shut up, Cusco. That's why. Sorry. I
Do
told
you
you.
have a place for him to stay while we are trying to
No.
sneak around? Like, no. Oh well. I suppose
Cusco goes where I go.
our quest is doomed from the start.
No, Cusco's good at distractions. So while you guys are sneaking, he can be distractions elsewhere. He's a very capable. See?
I
Andy,
think
understand?
I think the main thing we're missing of everything that she said would be those two factions that are at war. That would be heavily embroiling ourselves right into the center of the storm. Stealing from the Empire? And who knows? We do a job for the Jorhasians, and what? They have no loyalty to us. We're not even of their people, of their land.
But money.
Well,
Counter argument.
There's only so much money my life is worth, and I don't think there's a big enough coin purse for that.
Well, I've only got 12 gold, and I don't know how long that's going to last us. And I really need new clothes, too. And she's going to point at Amara. You promised me we would go shopping afterwards, and 12 gold isn't going to get me anything.
This job, there might not be an afterwards.
Oh.
Just as you were
We
having
need
this
to.
discussion, the bard comes up that who is you notice has stopped playing and says, "If you're all looking for a job, I've heard Lord Buffo is looking for adventures just like yourselves. If you want, I can take you to him."
Job. Money.
Low stakes.
No politics.
We could get information that way too. She just needs information. So while we're doing a job, information's information. We don't have to go into the area.
Do you know
Maybe
what you
later.
become when you give? Do you know what you become when you give information? An informant.
Yeah, and
That that would tie you to something.
don't you get paid?
Well, I think you might get paid, but I think in the terms of war, don't shoot the messenger isn't really one of those rules.
Oh, this is the first time hearing that one. That's new. And, I mean, I'm pretty much bulletproof. It's fine.
Bulletproof?
Yeah, I'm arrow proof.
Okay.
Bullets exist.
Bullets exist, right?
Not widely, but they do.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
they do.
Okay.
Damn you,
Yeah,
Percy.
Yeah,
I-
damn you,
yeah.
Percival.
Damn it, Percy, you created Glocks.
My
Well, I
new
mean, I'm not
invention, a
actually
gun.
bulletproof, but I'm fast as fuck. All right, you gotta be able to aim, and when I'm moving quick, you can't get me. It's fine. Put me in water, I disappear. You can't find
I
me.
can,
It's
I can catch a
Look, what
bullet.
if we take this? What if we take this other job, and if we find out any information, just leave an anonymous tip, so it can't be tied back to us.
see, this is why I like Amara. She's smart.
Very smart indeed. Did you want me to take you right there right away?
I forgot he was there the whole time.
Yep, heard everything.
Yeah.
Did you? And I'll slide 2 gold across the table.
It was like you.
And please buy a new instrument, for God's sake.
It was me
Hey.
dad's.
Oh,
Well, at least get it restrung.
Okay, I'll do it right after I take you all to Buffalo. Once I get paid for my finder's fee, I'll be even richer. Thank you. Right this way. He kind of just like
what's
hops
his
out of the
name
room.
again? As she's following, she's like, "What's his
Buffalo.
name?"
Buffalo.
What
The second.
Buffalo.
Is he
I'm
buff?
so sorry.
Does the group want to follow our bard friend who has just gotten a little bit of money for a new lute?
Mm, I mean, Ori is already following, so we have to kind of.
Yeah, Ori already started getting up because Amara was literally like, "Mission, let's do this." So she was just like, "All right, let's go." There's no way
Oh.
this bard's gonna hurt me. I'm just gonna follow them now.
What could go wrong?
They can only do emotional damage, right? I can handle that.
Can you?
Hey,
She raises a
no,
good point.
no. You critique one thing about Ori, she will cry on the spot.
I feel like
She
we've been there
cried
a
for
few
2 days
times.
straight after Julius told her that dress looked ugly on her. All right.
Poor dress.
Yeah.
All right. So as the rank odors of the Broken Veil Marsh mingle with the musty aroma of a fleet of gargantuan reptiles, you traverse in the rickety rope that goes across. So in certain areas, again, a large settlement for a few thousand people would obviously not just be one area, and the marsh is not as dry as you'd like it to be. So they actually create little rope bridges that connect certain areas. So you're not going over any like heights or anything. You're just going over like the more rickety, the more um, flooded areas of the swamp. Sorry, is the word I was looking for. So there's just like little rope bridges that you guys that are kind of rickety, and only rickety just because they get put into place and they're tightened. But over time, like the marsh is kind of seeping and moving, and they would like kind of slack up over time, and they just haven't been tightened yet or anything like that. So they're just kind of give that rickety. Sometimes some of the like kind of leak into the water just a little bit, and so you get your feet or boots wet just a little in some places, and in other places you wouldn't. You can just tell that this strange village is always moving. Like there's sometimes there'll be like areas where they're like, okay, this doesn't work for our where our horizonback turtle is, and they have to move. So like the village is always moving, just even naturally, just as day-to-day operations go. Like they might not move the general vicinity, but everybody's moving. Like the shop might be on one side of town versus the other side of town on any given day, just based on geography and where they can get permits and what area is cleared and is dry, because even the water is kind of moving and opening up new places and older places. So it creates this like living mosaic of a city that is quite interesting and unique. And these horizonback turtles double as buildings, and then like there's tents that are in like the more permanent places. Like there would be areas that are just like always dry. That's where they would kind of set up. But then when the city gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you kind of have to make these concessions and infrastructure. So as you make your way through there, you can see that there is a larger one that is like two turtles kind of are butted up against each other, and a large tent kind of is almost like a kind of like a longhouse, if you will, and it's made out of like really thick skins and really large timbers, and you can tell that like this one is a much more permanent than other ones, and as ramshackle as it is, still gives you a appreciation for the the architecture. There's kind of like a beauty in this semi-permanent structure. But as you come into and follow this smaller fellow, I believe I said he was a goblin. The din of the swamp, and the hush chatter of everything kind of becomes muted as you enter into the folds of a leather curtain too. Like so the heavy skins and then like a leather curtain. It's like almost like a door and like the large flaps, and they have to open them up for you. You see there's a large hobgoblin that once the goblin goes in, he kind of maybe indicates they open these large doors. It kind of almost like gives you like a double door kind of a feeling, but yet they're not doors at all. Uh, Immediately, the marsh and the smell of reptiles has disappeared and is replaced by roasted meats and spiced wine, just very heavy in the air, and then probably a perfume, probably from like the cedars there that they and the other trees that they are burning within here. It'd be funneled out of the place like all of the other toxins and smoke, but it would create this smell, and as it mingles with everything, a few orc attendants, male and female, in dressed in like kind of lighter, tunics and clothing, because it's kind of warm in here, like compared to everything else. They like a little warmer, perhaps. They move you to, gesture you toward like a litter of dingy furs, but they look comfortable enough. They're just worn and comfortable before a seat, like a large. So there's almost like a great hall here, and you can see, and as you walk in, there's like kind of like a throne, and there sits a large man, an ogre, that is and he has a table, and he has a few other maybe attendants, council members. You're not sure, a mix of orcs and drow, and they are just kind of sitting and another ogre as well, and they're kind of sitting and having maybe a general conversation as they're walking in. But you're kind of coming into a area where there are some people, but not too many. It's almost like everybody here is supposed to be here, as in there's not any citizens in here, or there's not like an audience with the overlord right now. This is like almost like a private meeting is taking place, if you will, and there's like some people kind of at a table having a kind of a discussion, as there's like a lead council at the larger table. But they are sharing. You can see that there's like at least a smattering of like snack kind of foods, and like a smorgasbord of there's like a handheld kind of meals and drink, and attendants mill around this large room that it has like weapons and some tapestries and some see cloth and woven things that are decorations, and are able to give you like a sense of the pride that is the culture of Urzin. Like there's a like a proud looking figure of an ogre that does not match the one that you see in front of you, but it looks similar, and you could almost see like a writing in common and in some beast languages, Bufal the First, and then there's like some other ones that show like a fight between a drow and the one that you see in front of you, and a manner of other different things. All kinds of people here, and there's almost like a continued hushed conversation, but immediately your arrival causes a not a stir but a hushed tone as the table of the council sees you come in. As you lay your eyes and you get yourself settled in, you hear in a large baritone voice, "Welcome to Lord Bolful's house. Eat, drink, but be wary, for the Empire has come to Zorhas and brings with it these deceptions. Please give them all that they require before your audience begins." Orcs and attendants come in, ask you, and they pour like a wine and some water for you, not even kind of asking if there is any kind of request you guys could. A little bit of overwhelming. They're just like immediately doting upon you, and the ogre immediately kind of starts to just immediately take you all in and stare at you as you guys are kind of like settled in. You guys can kind of whisper among yourselves as he kind of waits for you all to be ready. You have enough distance that you could have like hushed conversations. Think of like a courtroom kind of deal where you guys can have your little moment if you would like, if you so choose to take it. But he simply waits as the goblin is now walking up over to the Lord, and he's kind of laying his ear down to listen to whatever the goblin says. And then the council, you would have just the king. He's not surrounded by any means. The council is all on his left hand side, or sorry, his right hand side, starting with a couple drows, an orc, and then the ogre. That make up to the end of the table, and they're kind of have their heads together, kind of just finishing whatever conversation. Drinks and food are being cleared away, and little parchments are now being given up. So, as they are waiting for the group to kind of present themselves and the conversation with the ogre lord to finish, is there anything you guys wanted to talk about amongst yourselves in wake of all of this before addressing Lord Bufal?
I like the thought that Orthy would have went to get like wine or alcohol. She would have like went to grab it and somebody like took it from her and switched it with water immediately. Like, nope, you don't get that. Mm-mm. So she's pouting. I don't know if she would say anything. She's just pouting, sipping on the water that she has. More like a, I'm not going to talk to them. You guys can talk to them this time. I'm drinking this water.
Good.
Rude.
As that's incredible. The ogre lord is going to. You see the bard going away, and he's now putting a couple coins into his purse. And he looks very proud of himself as he's been double dipped, paid by the group, and then paid by for some sort of fee. It looks like, and he makes his exit and leaves the room. As the ogre lord looks to this group and says, "I am told that you all are adventurers and mercenaries that could help me in my trying time. I am in need of assistance. We are a population that has been constantly under siege, first by the Crane dynasty, and who we now take orders from, and now from another outside force, which is not bad. But now my advisor, my trusted advisor, Bolbera, has disappeared. Wendalian Empire is now moving into my territory. I hear of a fort not too far from my place. I need people to go in and find my person, my advisor. I have heard word that you four are such people making our way into the city. My goblin friend here, Morad, says that you all are the ones that I shall seek. I offer not just a cash reward, but I will also fund your endeavors. He raises a hand, and orc attendants come out with a chest, a small chest, but opening up, and a pile of gold is inside of it. That is for your incidentals. Did you take up this contract? And should the successful reclamation of my advisor be undertaken, 100 gold per person and finder's fee for her alive. I need her back. These patrols are taking my people, but this is their last straw, and I ask for your help. The Crane Dynasty is slow to move and has patrols in other places, and they cannot respond as quickly as I've asked. The Sunbreaker who resides over this has left me in charge, and I say I need help. And so I will use these funds funding your party. What say you, adventurers? Will you listen and hail to the Ogre Lord myself and help me?
Orthy's staying as quiet as possible. She is eyeing the gold and her tail is flicking around excitedly, but she's trying to like hold it to stop it. But she's having a really hard time.
My lord, clearly you are having trying times, and I'm sorry to hear of that. We are, as he kind of turns to the group, are capable of many things. And such a healthy reward, it definitely does pique our interests. We may require a little more information.
Slake would be a little too blunt and just ask, what if we find your advisor dead?
That was literally what I was going to say, so I love that you said that.
You will be paid for the successful mission, as I said. You get a bonus if she is alive. You will be paid regardless of your information, of course. If she is dead, then that is information in itself. I have been told that the fort itself is not an impenetrable force. It is a makeshift ramshackle waste. Blight upon the marsh. Should you help me destabilize it, well, even more riches shall be funneled to you, I will say now. I need you just to find my person and bring her home.
Orthy raises her hand, like cautiously, waiting to like.
And he looks to you. Yes, bright one.
Excuse me, your greatness. Going off of what he said, if we find your person dead, is there anything that's on their person you would want us to bring back, or would you want us to bring back their body, which would be very hard, probably?
Anything that you can bring back of my dear Bolbara, sorry, would be greatly appreciated. Look, I am not an unreasonable ogre. I ask for help, not a miracle. If you want more information for finding this place, there are few around this city that know the swamps better than Mogrid. But as for the fort itself, I know nobody that has been there.
I feel like we know someone, but I could be wrong.
Orthy seems confused at first when he says that, and she goes, "Oh, yeah."
My Balbora is a soul and knows many things of Jorhashian and histories, and has been a most trusted advisor since my father, he points to that tapestry as mentioned before, the first Bufal. Knowledge is invaluable, and I just need her back. Any of her belongings are incidentals, but you will be paid for any information.
And I
Very well.
ask of what they appearance, any descriptions of the person?
She is a light, old goblin, but impeccable strength and mental aptitude, and runs circles around even the brightest of the Kryn Dynasty's wizards. Wears a sleek robe and silken made out of a silk from the earthworms here. Colors of dark reds and scarlets and blues.
Bright
She
goblin.
has a yeah, mustard colored yellow skin with a burn on her right jaw.
Noted. Would you allow us a moment of counsel to just discuss the incidentals with ourselves, or would you need the answer here in this moment?
Let me answer you with this. I am doubtful she will have much more time than just a few days. That she disappeared within the last 24 hours, and I fear for her life. You may retire for as long as you may need. My waiting room is at your beck and call, and the attendants will be at your will. Take as long as you need. I am happy that you are even considering it. Please, eat and drink. Be well.
I appreciate your hospitality, my lord. We should only take a few moments just to discuss.
Of course. And he looks to his council. Me and the council will retire. Just send word for me when you need me. And you would be able to retire and just to this like little waiting room and be able to discuss amongst yourselves if you needed to.
That's the
Well,
nicest.
we didn't. No, sorry,
but-
go on.
No. I like that we both started talking at the same time, and she was just like, I was just gonna say he was nice. That's all. Nothing to pertain to what we were going to talk about that we should.
He is definitely being generous with his coin.
Which probably means he has more. And this person means a lot.
A lot is underwhelming.
Well, looking to avoid the political situation didn't hold off too far.
I mean, they kidnapped someone, so at this rate, it's not just politics, it's them kidnapping someone they shouldn't have kidnapped.
The Dwendalians in this area are clearly the hostile party. Well,
I suppose it means it's quite a step to. Do we wish to become enemies in the eyes of the Dwendalian Empire or not?
In my eyes,
well,
we're proving something they shouldn't have taken.
It's more what they believe from their eyes what we are, but as we
That's their
discussed
problem.
earlier, as we discussed earlier, if we get caught or seen or known, We already know that some people have escaped from the fort. It's not unimaginable that another person couldn't do it. And I feel like it's a rub of good fortune that we happen to run into a person who knows exactly where it is and knew of a way to get out. If you can get out, you can certainly get in.
So I assume we are rather in agreement to do this.
It's not my decision alone, but the gold sure is nice. And Ori, did you hear about the silks that they have? Maybe we can get you a nice earthworm silk dress, maybe?
You don't need to try and mentally manipulate me into trying to save someone that was kidnapped. I'm not
Why
that.
would I would never. Just saying, additional perks of the job.
You did the same thing when you tried having me distract that one woman you were trying to pickpocket.
Maybe, but this
No,
time it's a lot.
it's different. This woman or this person was kidnapped and they're probably scared. And I was raised to not turn my back on someone that needs help, especially like this, regardless of whether they are from here or another country. I don't care. Kidnapping's not good. And so I am down to go and whoop some ass and rescue someone.
Would be good to know how well fortified this fort is. Since if one person had trouble getting out, being caught, then the group will be much difficult to be not spotted.
Who says we don't want to be spotted?
That's exact, which is why I believe your pet would be a hindrance.
My pet does not stay behind. My pet goes everywhere with me. You know this, Slick.
I know, but do you wish to be imprisoned?
That's why we fight our way out, right?
Mm,
We meet violence with violence. If they strike first, it's self-defense at that rate.
yes. All right.
Yeah, sorry, my dad taught me that if somebody's going to attack me, I have every right to attack them back. So,
That is true. That is true. Being a training dummy for someone is rather unpleasant.
yeah.
Well, we will have more resources than the friend at the bar. So our numbers might be a help and a hindrance. What do you think, Amara?
I mean, if we find out the information, we could also get some more money from Zoe. So it's kind of like you get more if we do it.
Mhm.
Line our pockets further?
It
Yep.
definitely would be quite convenient if the beacon and this advisor of this noble person is the same place.
Well, we've already had one convenient thing to happen today, so maybe luck favors us in more ways than one.
I suppose
I
that
feel like
means
luck
everyone
is
is in
not
agreement.
on our side. More like coincidence.
Fates, if you will.
Ew, I don't believe in fate.
Do you really?
No, no, no. Fate. If fate were real, a lot of people would get a lot more karma real fast, and not enough people get karma that they deserve.
Well, the karma gets you eventually, not immediately after all.
Karma hasn't caught me yet.
You're just
with-
waiting for a bigger payload then.
I guess. I don't know.
So we in agreement?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I believe
Oh
so.
yeah.
Well. Whew.
Were you worried about having to convince us a little bit more about saving someone?
Oh no, no! I didn't have to feel convincing. It was more that we literally just had a conversation about not involving ourselves in politics, and then next
Well,
chance of
it's
money.
not. It's
I'm
not
just saying.
politics.
Any other
though.
jobs?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's going to be a lot going in this
It's 100
town.
gold per person, and there's 4 of us total, which means 400 gold total in our group, which means so many clothes and so much food and
And
jewelry
he,
and fun
and he
weapons.
also, and he also, that was not including bringing her back, finding information.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be more than that.
We get all the pay. We got this.
God. Well, I'll turn to, if is there like still an attendant kind of watching us discuss this there? Oh, I think you muted, Mert.
Like any good attendant, they are not listening and eavesdropping,
You're
but they
still.
oh don't normally do the hard mute. My bad. Like any
That's okay.
good attendant, they are available but not eavesdropping. So you just have to wave one down. Maybe it's a little weird because you're in a lap of luxury kind of thing, and they are here, kind of not quite royalty, but their version of royalty here in Urzen, and you just kind of wave them down, even if it's meekly, and they would be able to come over and go and fetch Lord Bufal and guide you out at your leisure to when you want to back to that same area that you were in. And they would congregate, and Lord Bufal would ask, "Have you all come to a agreement? Do we have an accordance?"
Yes.
Very well. Um, you may take these gold if you would like it, or you may come into the armory and take from our premium weapons that even the guards don't even get. It is up to you, or if you'd like to fund
Armory.
yourselves, you may take from the gold.
Weapons.
Oh, I can't help but peruse.
Uh, uh, as soon as he said armory, lights lit up in her eyes. She was like, pretty
You,
weapons? Yes.
as you go back to the kind of like an area where they seem to have the armory, you would that excitement would quickly disappear as you see just ramshackly made hobgoblin and goblin made weapons, and there are like a few like maces and short swords and long swords and glaives and war hammers, all kinds of things, and a certain array of armor. But it is not as impressive as you were hoping. From some of it even looks, frankly, lightly worn.
Damn.
And Lord Bufos, it is some of the finest that we have to offer, isn't it? Something. I know it is hard to look at such an accommodation of things and to make a decision, but do your best to contain your
Oh,
excitement.
it is stunning.
I do
Your
not let many do this.
craftsmanship. Your craftsmanship. I tip my hat to your blacksmith work.
They are the best. They are not as good as Graf, the blacksmith. I cannot get him to work for me, but they do just as much because of all the money I spend on them.
Well, looking
Well,
upon all your. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, well, I just remembered I already have my weapon, and I don't really know how to use anything else. other than the two weapons that I have. Um,
Oh, but you were so
as I'm,
excited.
oh yeah, yes, I'm scared of using something so pretty and ruining it.
Oh, that is the very. They were very well. Some of these have been used. I know you cannot tell, but some of these have even been seen in battle before.
I think also looking at some of the weaponry, they are built for a more sturdier constitution.
That is
And
very
as you could
true.
see, a few of us are on the lightweight side.
Well, I'm glad that you said that. The goblin said that you're all very capable, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I actually could use the gold to make sure that we have all the potions and everything needed
Oh, we have potions
for the
too. And he
mission.
pulls out this like green liquid. This is a health potion. It's not the kind of green that you look like you'd want to be drinking, but it is a potion. It was like a little too watery for a potion. Like you're like, what? What? He hands it to you.
Ori is looking at Julius like, bitch, you better help me right now. I don't want any part of this.
And he's like holding it in front of her. There's almost like it is cork, but maybe it's your imagination, Ori, but you swear there's a smell coming from it.
Oh, well, I actually have to only get certain kinds of health potions because I am allergic to certain ingredients that go inside when people
Make a
make them at
deception
home.
check.
Health potion.
Deception?
Yeah.
I imagine what kind of of awful world would it be for someone who literally has the health potion allergy.
Right?
Right? That was an 18.
Oh, okay, so you're getting away with this, and he believes it. Oh, that is very strange, but I understand. I believe I've heard of such a thing. Yes, I believe I know all these allergy things.
Yeah, and I don't mean to offend you. That seems like it's a really good potion, and I'm sure Julius would love it. But I personally can, you know, drink it as I don't want it to fall back on you guys if I have a really bad allergic reaction to it and die.
Oh, here, he gives it to Julius and kind of shoves it in your face. Like not even like forcing it, just like he's just like, yes, you obviously want this.
Yeah, I'll take it. Can I
Oh.
do like, because usually the coloration of health potions are different, right? Green
Yes.
isn't.
We like to think of
Yeah.
it, yeah, a healthy green, maybe even red. Yeah, no, we don't normally do
Yeah.
sick watery green, no. And green is being generous, almost gray.
Is it like it's been watered down?
Well, let's make a medicine check, or yeah, medicine check. Let's do medicine.
Medicine.
We'll see how much you can. But that is a way you could look at it, yeah. Or maybe it's just a weird consistency.
18.
18. All right. Yeah. I wouldn't say you would think it's watered down, but if this is a health potion, it cannot help you very much. Like for real, like this, it just doesn't feel like yeah, watered down maybe, but it's also like if it's a health potion, it's made out of a different base material than any of the health potions on the Empire side.
It will definitely help in our mission to find your advisor for sure. Thank you for
Very
your
well.
generosity.
It is what all I can do. But if you want to get there's people in the town that if you'd like to, there's the quartermaster Crack, and then I believe that there is also the hunter Vera. But you may have hard time finding her. She is always out and about. But if there is anything else, you may take the chest, please. And he waves over to one of the orcs, and they are able to give you that mini chest with what will account to be 150 gold pieces in it for you to obtain some starting equipment if you want, or to go to the blacksmith or the quartermaster or the hunter or anybody else that you could find. But you have a little bit of starting money to get started if you'd like to.
Perfect.
as you have now entered into an agreement with Bufal and the city of, or the town of Erzin. Is there anything that you would like to say, ask, or do before you depart from this part of the town? Before Bufal, I mean.
Mhm. No, I don't think I have anything.
Okay.
Clearly, we are outsiders from your people.
Yes.
Is there anything we could say to her to know that we are genuinely there for her well-being?
That is a good idea. Of course, I already thought of that. There is a word that I have that you will say, and he starts to think, and he
You
scratches
mentioned
his
it
head.
earlier. I remember. I just thought I'd refresh your memory.
Right. Let ask her about the day that I fought with Oathbreaker or with Sunbreaker Oloman. Have her tell you of the day that I fell. If she tells it in a way that does not put me in a good light, then you know that she is an imposter. Despite what the histories will say, he kind of spits. And then he kind of
Very
puts
well.
down a pendant kind of a thing, like a this will also help you. It'll probably be better.
I'll take the pendant as well.
Yeah, it just kind of has a just it was kind of like a skull, like a small little skull that is crafted inside of this rock kind of a thing. It's hard to tell. It's some sort of beast maybe, and then it just has like a B scrawled into it, kind of a thing. It's not. It's probably supposed to be artistic, but it doesn't really seem to have. More like a almost like somebody just scrawled in like a artistic like with sharp points B kind of thing, and it's like that's a logo now. And that's kind of what it is. And you would now notice that there's a couple other around here, and it seems to be maybe the crest of Bufal. And so you would be able to leave and find yourselves into the kind of the evening time with the sun now just starting to make its uh, path downward. The Ashkeeper Peaks are, you're on the western side of them now, so, or sorry, the eastern side of them now. So as the sun would go down quicker here. If it was normally, you guys were used to say the sun going down around 8:39, maybe even 10, depending at different times. The sun is going to disappear behind those mountains very quickly and dramatically because you were so close. And this wouldn't be the first time. You guys were getting used to this since crossing over that border, but it's already, the sun is just now almost gone, and it's still early. Like it's only like 5:30, bordering on 6, depending, somewhere in there, maybe creeping up into the 7. But the sun is now just starting to go down, and you can get those like late day shadows and everything already. The cooling off of the swamp is happening rapidly, and you can kind of see you don't get too much sunlight here, not because of weather or anything, or because of like winter, but because of the mountains themselves. But that is the kind of the case as you guys are making your way through now. Are we going to go to the kind of like the local tavern, we'll call it? It's called Big Door, Little Door, or did you want to go back to the Bed and B?
Hmm.
Um, I would want to go back to the one that we were just at. Yeah, the bed and B, you
The
said?
Bed and B, yeah. B like BEE, like the Bed and
To find Zoe once again.
B. If you were wanting to, yes, you absolutely could and make your way there. Are you going to try and secure accommodations or lodging, I guess would be?
Um,
Or is this just merely to find Zoe?
Both.
Both.
yeah.
Okay. All
Oh,
right. So as you find the proprietor, who I said was, oh, I have the name. Where did I put the name? 1 second. I'm pulling up a name from my other campaign, Drea, and that's not the right name.
oh
But
no.
my brain's
This
broken.
that would have been a potion of healing. Is that right, Merp?
You could, yes, a potion of healing with
Yeah.
the asterisk.
Okay.
You get
But-
1 point of healing for that one. You don't roll for it. You just get 1.
Or maybe it's the best
Oh, okay.
healing on the planet. You don't know.
Or you know what? You get like all full health. There you go.
There would be a probably just a tiefling there right now, just attendant, and if you would look for how many nights were you looking to stay at our establishment?
How much per night?
We are a humble place, but we do ask for 2 silver pieces.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that decision to Julius. He knows money better than I do.
Per room,
I
of
assume we're
course.
just. I assume we're just staying for the night and potentially heading out in the morning. We can always get a room when we return. No need to overspend. No need to lose it as fast as we've gained it.
You see, that's why you're in charge of the money.
Okay, so
Until I ask
no multi-night discount. Very well.
There's a deal?
Oh, but of course, we're
No.
not.
See, the deal doesn't. It's going to be more expensive because we're not going to use it.
But there's a deal. You know, deals are fun.
Buy 2
What's
nights,
the
get 1
deal?
free.
See, you get a free night with that one.
Okay, just in case we come back the same day and 2 nights then.
All silver pieces, very well. And now, would you all looking for the base room, or did you want to upgrade to the Ogre Lord rooms?
The Ogre Lord room. What's that?
Oh, the more spacious room. It's got the sitting room and an extra
Is there room
ensuite bathroom.
service?
There is a possible add-on as well. Yes.
Julius, come
that's-
on.
That's going to cost extra.
Oh yes, but
We haven't
the
even
Busy
reached
Bee
1
package is
gold
nothing
yet.
to sweat about. Everything will be brought right to your door.
I don't have to leave the room, so I won't have to talk to anybody, and you won't have to worry about me being swindled.
Only a few silver pieces, of course.
See, we haven't even reached the gold yet.
A gold? A gold is acceptable, of course.
Yeah, I know.
No, we're not. We're just not. We're not starting at a gold. If you don't start, your negotiations, haggling is the other way around. You don't start
Well,
higher. No. Okay. How many?
But I thought you said like if I make it seem like I have less than what I actually have, then it's okay. Like I'm saying there's 1 gold and I actually have more gold.
We don't have a lot of gold. Um,
I have 2.
how many per? How many per room?
Well, the
How many
Overlord,
people per room?
well, you could probably, depending on what you're trying to do, of course, but 4 easily.
4 easily. Okay. We happy to share a room, or would you like separate rooms?
I would like to share a room, at least with Amara. You guys snore.
Yeah.
I know
don't-
you don't.
Okay.
You sit there and stare at us in the corner of the room while you shut down.
So what you mean is I snore. That's what you're saying. You said we.
That
but
was
you mean me.
hilarious. Yeah, the way
Was
that just
trying
worked
to
out.
not call you out, but then he had to remind me that he does that. Okay, I wish he'd just lay down sometimes. All right, and act like he's sleeping. It would make me feel
You-
better.
It's just the angle in which he shuts down. Vertically, it's a problem. Horizontally, fine.
You also kick a lot in your sleep, Julius. You almost gave me a black eye once because I slept a
I-
little too close to you around the fire.
I'm sorry, I have vivid dreams.
You also almost set your own sleeping bag on fire.
Well, I rolled over too much and I rolled too close to the fire.
Hence
I
why.
assume it was a cold night.
Yeah.
It was cold. I was trying to.
Do you feel cold? You have fur.
2
Sorry,
rooms,
that's
please.
insensitive. I'm very sensitive to the cold, in case you wanted to know, since you know I got scales and I'm like lizard.
I'm usually quite toasty, and I kind of fluff my fur a little bit.
She goes like this, and she's like, no, because she got in trouble for like trying to fluff your ears one time, so she's scared of. She
If
just
you don't
kind of
want
like
to
put
get,
her hands on her armpits, just like I'm not going to do it.
that's a
I'm
good
not
way to
going
get
to do it.
kicked. Involuntary, just like don't do that.
You're just like
Um,
any other bunny that I've tried loving on. Okay, they always beat me up.
So the two rooms.
Yes.
Two rooms, very well. So there's only the one ogre lord room, of course, but you could.
Yeah, that's for us girls.
Okay, you wouldn't even allow me to be the gentleman and offer it to you, but yes, the ladies will take the larger room.
Of course, sir. So altogether, we are looking at. Well, I'll round down one gold piece for the 2 nights, and the room service, and then 1 night free. And that is the ogre lord and the busy bee package.
Perfect. I have 1 gold. Here you go.
Ooh, well, thank you for upfront and everything. Well, we do appreciate your patronage. And we will have one of the bees take your. And you see a goblin come out, and he's just like wearing a bee costume. He's like, right this way. Do you need any bags carried?
I have 1 bag, and you would have to pry it off my cold dead body in order to have it. So
Have it your way. I'm not frying anything. Come this way.
my body's already cold, so that saying doesn't work very well. And I'm saying that as I'm walking.
You are shown to your rooms and your accommodations. Um, and yeah, so you would be coming to this room pretty near the top. Well, the girls would have a room at the very top of this room that is kind of sways in a little bit with the. You can kind of feel it because with the horizon back turtle, when it shifts a little bit, you can really feel it up here. I think there's a bit of like a part of the building that is built to kind of absorb that, but you at the top, you can definitely feel a little more. In a way, I think you guys will come to like it, but at first it might even give you like that boat feeling, like you're on the water almost, but in a weird way because it's on the back of a thing. But they're not like moving all over the place or anything. Like when they still, they're mostly like sleeping, slumbering giants. But every now and again, they kind of jiggle or they kind of move a little bit. So when you guys are all up here in this room, which I think that's probably where you guys would mostly hang out here because you have like a sitting room and then like a nice like big room for the girl, and then like an area for you guys to refresh yourselves and things like that, and probably like a little wet bar kind of a deal with light snacks. The boys' room is just going to be kind of like a motel room where you get to sleep. You have a desk, probably a couple like a book of the Luxon kind of deal. Typical kind of sleeping
The
kind of
Luxon.
yeah. The Luxon and you. Do you know what's happening in your afterlife?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
But we
Right
would
queen
find
be
ourselves
praised.
exactly. I like to think there's probably even like a little fire up here, which is obviously probably sounds kind of crazy and a really like a safety hazard. But here we are, and there is probably like a little like stone fireplace that's like kind of rickety, and like but like just outside there's like very flammable objects that are like definitely not a safe thing, but it works for now, and it's kind of hard not to have a nice little fire going too. And the bee will come in and like stokes the fire. He's like, if you need anything else, make sure to let me know. Your busy bee to make your stay the best it can be. Be
You start tripping.
happy. And he goes to leave the room.
Bye-bye. Um, the first thing I do, how many rooms does this top room have?
Just you.
Just us?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and collect all the pillows I can, and if anything, I would ask for more from Mr. Busybee. Um, and I will be making myself a little pillow nest on the floor with a blanket. That is my thing. I do not sleep on beds. I sleep on the floor with pillows, all the pillows. I'll save some. I'm not stealing Amara's pillows. She scares me too much. But I'm stealing every other pillow.
So what you're saying is you don't sleep in bed, you sleep in nests.
Yes.
Understood.
Yep. She yeah, her go-to sleeping method is curling up in a ball and cuddling with her tail. That is normal. That is why she got kicked the last time, because she curled up in a ball too close to Mr. Kicky McGee over there and got kicked pretty hard.
Happens.
She doesn't sleep straight, she sleeps in a circle. But yeah.
Yeah, everyone has their own weird sleeping habit, yes.
Yep. But she would be immediately preemptively making her nest so she doesn't have to do it later. But yeah.
Oh, as you see your friend, the Triton, finish up doing that, making a nest. What's next for the group? It's the sun starting to set, and you're getting that like little twinkle of the evening starting to come in, that interesting lighting, and the din of a busy workday starting to turn into the revelry of the night and relaxation as the transition from work to play begins in the city. Is there anything that you were looking to do?
I feel like we're at this point already going to sleep.
Are we in? Have we gone to our separate rooms? So am I just with Slick at this point, or are we still together in the one room?
As always, I want to let you guys kind of dictate those things. So you could easily be with everybody up in the penthouse, or you could be by yourself, or whatever suits your narrative and what you would like to have happen. I don't like. There's a lot of open ended because I don't like to restrict you guys with this kind of thing because there's no point. We're kind of like at a moment where you guys can kind of pair off if you want and have a role play. Like if you want to like take Amara away and be like, hey, how do you think about this? By all means, please, and you get to dictate that. If you want to be with the group and discuss with the group, and that's where your narrative wants to be, please, by all means, do that. Feel like you can have some freedom with it, but you could. So with that, yeah, you could easily be with Slick in your room now too, if you would like to be, and paired off that way. It really is up to you and what you would like to have happen.
I would have definitely gone to our room, taken off my backpack, and I would feel under the bed if there's a space. And if there's room under the bed, I would have slid my backpack underneath there.
You would be able to, for sure.
Kind of try and keep it a little bit hidden, even in a hotel room.
100%.
I thought
I'm happy to be in the room.
The bed. I
No.
thought you were about to go underneath the bed. I thought that's where you were gonna sleep for a second. I was like, damn, I thought I had a weird sleep habit.
That would have been hilarious.
No. Julius sleeps on beds when he is given the opportunity.
I'm glad, but that would have been hilarious.
Oh,
but yeah, I'm happy to be with everyone in the same space. You could definitely tell Julius is itching because he can hear the music and revelry going on downstairs. So he's kind of, if there's a seat, he's there, and he's just like his rabbit foot is just like tapping at an absurd rate, just like yeah.
But in time,
right,
always in rhythm.
Yeah, always in rhythm. The metronome.
The metronome.
So it's still anyone for a nightcap or anything, or are we resting for them? I don't need to ask you. I can already see you considering the drink.
Well, you know how I get when I don't get enough sleep at night. I'm crabby and I'm mean, and I have a bedtime for a reason. The last time I went down with you and got drinks, you got me really drunk, and I was extremely mad and hungover the next day.
I am sorry that I like to have fun and a good time. I've not said I'm happily. If you're all happy for me to go down there myself and have a good time, well, I will. I always like the company, though.
I think me and Goosko are gonna stay up here, and I'm gonna head to bed early. But by all means, you go have fun. I'll get
Wow.
Goosko. You're going to bed. Um, do I have to put your safety harness on for bedtime?
And he runs to bed. Like a whole on like a waddle, like exaggerated. His like one wing comes all the way up, like oh no!
Like, no, no, please, no.
He hates that thing.
What I thought. Yep. Yeah, he sure
Ama-
fucking does.
Amara, Slick, I know you don't partake because of your
Yes.
circumstances, but it's a good place to get information and hear secrets, loose lips, and all that.
Well, we know that the information from who we seek is Zoe. I don't think there is no one else I need to know.
Well, Amara, what are you doing? You joining me or leaving me to my merry,
Afraid I'm gonna have
lonesome
to sit
ways?
this one out.
You're behaving. She's rubbing off on you.
Hey, don't
I'm
put on
tired.
airs
It's
and
been a long
things.
day.
She just wants a girls' night, all right? With the girls. Maybe she'll let me actually touch her hair this time and like braid it and put it up. But last time she tried biting my hand off, so we'll see.
Don't. Okay.
Yeah, that's not
I
happening
will leave
tonight.
you. I'll leave you to it.
Damn it.
Slick, if you're not joining, I will not be long.
Very well.
Well, have fun. Uh, but not too much fun. Don't get arrested. And yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Don't get arrested.
I won't get arrested.
Just
Anyway,
gives them the look. Just like, mm-hmm.
I promise I won't. I won't get arrested.
Mm.
I can't promise I won't stir any trouble, but anyway,
Oh, if I wake up in the morning and you started a bar fight, I will be. You know what? That sounds like a fun time. You have fun with that.
and I'll make my merry way.
Going out to partake in the nightlife that is Urzin. Anything in particular you're looking to do, or just more just generally be a part of the nightlife?
Just just be part of the nightlife. If his ears twitch at any point, anything interesting, try and join those conversations. But it's very much a reminder of when he was again part of the carnival, and after the carnival was closed, they would all go out into the taverns and soak up like the individual cultures or habits of
100%.
the locals.
I love that. So I'll have one thing from you. Let's do what kind of roll? Let's just do a d20 roll. Add your proficiency modifier to it, just for the heck of it, because I think that will be appropriate. And I will just describe to you a little of what you see, not based on the roll, but I think that the vibe of Urzin isn't necessarily centered around taverns and buildings like you're used to in that way. It's more, it reminds you of the way that the circus used to tailgate. But yet it's almost like there's more of that. It's probably the best way to put it. They don't like to make bars in areas because they're just going to end up moving them. Like they like to have like certain semi-permanent buildings, and they do. Like there's certain areas of these swamps where they're like, okay, this part of the swamp, this part of the swamp, and this part of the swamp is like an area that we normally rove around in between. But when you were talking about these are only areas that are like to serve like the school is areas and like the blacksmiths and the areas that need the space. There's not that much, so that's to say they're not wasting it on bars. So you end up partying at the back of basically somebody's bar, which is just a horizon back turtle, and it ends up being like a tailgate, and everything kind of turns into like almost like street party in certain areas and stuff. So that's kind of the vibe. You're never really at one place. Like when you go to get a drink, yeah, you're almost it's almost like streetcars, and you're getting drinks from a streetcar and everything. It's like you would get a hot dog. It's really interesting, and it's a very like a street party, a carnival. There's bars performing in certain areas, doing because everyone needs to have that, but they're not under the purview of somebody. They're just in the streets and their own proprietors, which is very unique because usually you have to go to a venue. Here, you just can kind of bust in the street almost. It's a unique thing. And now there's probably more popular people than others. And yeah, and as you find out, each bard or performer has their own places. Like there's permitting and stuff. You can't just because then it led to fights and things like that. What did you get on your roll?
I rolled a 16, so my total would have
Nice.
been 18.
Incredible. Okay. So as you were going through, you learned just a little bit about like what the city was about. Like as you're going through the night, you could decide how long you're out there. But uh, as it turns out, like Bolbera is somebody who goes out into the western side of the the Broken Vale Bluffs and forages for components. Apparently, there's a lot of like rich areas and like insects and stuff for like all that kind of magic components and everything. So she spent a lot of time out there. The disappearance of her has sent waves through the city. You've actually found out that it was downplayed. She's been missing for a few nights now. He kind of mentioned it was only a little while
Like
or like a couple.
24 hours, right?
Yeah, it's been a little bit longer apparently, according to the rumors. Um, you also know that the city isn't necessarily like under any one guy or person. Like there was like a lot of there's like a tenuous hold of the Kryn leadership here. Um, they're in charge of this place, but a lot of people are like, we really more trust in Bufal because they have our interests. It's the Kryn just cares about fighting the Empire. So there's a little bit of discontent, not for any like they're evil. It's just like they don't like the foreign powers that are fighting over them. That and you've heard that there is talks. The reason why Bufal wants Bulbera back so much is because she not only is she politically smart, but like she's also got like arcane protections that have been helping keep the Kryn dynasty. And like Bufal is obviously not the most clever person, and so there's almost like she's the brains behind the crown and has kept all the foreign powers away. And there's like this little discontent that this linchpin of like keeping Erzin almost independent, which they're not really independent, but they feel like that is going to go away. So it's like very important to Bufal to get her back. That's what you've been able to turn, along with all the revelry and the happiness. That's just like these rumors that you get from maybe one guy, maybe two, maybe a bunch of people. It's completely up to you, but that's what you hear among the people. And she is called the Chief Lore Master, is what her official title is. But go ahead.
Chief Lore. I was going to say, do I pick up on anything in relation to anyone else's previous attempts? Has anyone else taken up the job? And
no, nobody.
No.
You get that this is not. So as much as you were coming with adventurers, it doesn't seem like anybody's gone into this, done it. No, she's just been missing. So you do not get that sentiment from anybody.
Okay. I think after perusing and sort of chit-chatting, I think in the revelry and seeing it, I think also that in a moment of inspiration, he try and find a space where another bard wasn't playing.
Okay.
And just start maybe he can get a couple of coin, on the night as well.
Let's
depending
see.
on
Okay,
how well
so
he is.
make a performance check. I won't sweat you on the spot that you find. You do find an abandoned or not used. They always have like little stages, like they're designated spots. You can tell, and you find one that is. And what do you roll for a performance? Let's see what the dice gods have in store for us.
An 11.
That's not the best, but obviously not that bad. It's a very good song. But what I would say is
I'm
that
a couple of drinks in.
You're a couple of drinks in. I think you just choose the wrong song that doesn't fit, and you probably choose. A lot of Dwindolian songs, and you don't even think about it, right? like who thinks of like a song being a Dwindalian song, right? But that's all you really know, right? 'Cause, like if you think about it, like it's probably weird to you. You don't even think any of that. Like you said, a couple drinks in, and you do a lovely rendition of it. But then you say like one word, or like maybe it's like something about the Dwindle King. Like again, just words that you say. You're not even thinking about the implications of what they are, and then you just get a bunch of people like a record scratch and look at you, and then you have that recognition of like, I shouldn't have said that. And like nobody's trying to fight you or chasing you out. It's just it dampers the whole mood and sullies things and gives people a reminder like, oh, he's one of those guys. And you're just like, okay, well, it's a little social taboo. And again, very innocent. It's just a silly little ditty, probably almost like a nursery rhyme song kind of deal, like where you're just like, yeah, it's a really good version of it. But it just sparks into like, oh, you just said that name, and it's just like that kind of deal.
Yeah. I think after that reaction, he's like,
Oh,
time for bed.
yes, but you do end up getting 6 copper. Like even before that, people were enjoying it, and you do get 6 copper. A couple of people, giving you tips and stuff and whatnot, and they're all minted in with the Kreen Dynasty and the Bright Queen, and so now you have again a weird thing, but a lot of you would have Dwendalian coin, stamped with Dwendalian. One of you would probably have some Clovis Concord, but as you've been going through, everybody has different coins. It's all accepted the same. There's no exchange rates. Gold is gold, copper is copper. Like honestly, but it's just interesting to note, like, oh, that's different shapes, different size, and everything. And like, oh, interesting. Just a little note to put out that is a thing. But eventually, you make your way back, and it's like you would see your friend coming in, depending on whether you're what state you decide that you are in. But he would make his way back after an hour, 2, 3, 4 hours, depending on how long, and would come back, and you would be there. But is there any other moments that anybody would like to have? Any conversations before heading into a long rest?
Well, Slick would probably still by himself in the room, so girls, it's just the girls can do talking. Unless I can talk to my vet, but it's gonna be a little crazy.
I think little Miss Ori is intimidated as fuck by Amara. She just wants girl time, but also Amara scares the shit out of her. So she wouldn't try and like approach her too much. Even while like she was collecting the pillows earlier, she made sure not to like even go anywhere near the pillows she knew Amara was going to be using. Not even glancing at those pillows, all right? She's just like, okay, I'm just gonna grab these pillows and like
Is this
these
one okay?
is this one fine? Like kind of thing. Like yes, she wants to do girly stuff like braid Amara's hair, but as soon as Amara was like, it's not gonna happen tonight, she's like, okay, try again tomorrow. She pushes that line just ever so slightly, but she does not force anything. Mm-mm.
Just testing the waters.
Yeah, she's just putting her toes in a little bit. Amara's probably tried biting her toes off a few times, but she's still testing it. She's still testing it a little bit. She's determined. She's like, I can fix her. That's the mentality. I can make her like me. It's fine.
I love
Yeah,
that.
she'd be quiet, maybe talking a little bit about like random stuff, but she's a little bit quieter when it's just her and Amara because she knows that she can be loud and annoying to some people. And she doesn't care if she annoys Julius. And she doesn't care if she annoys Slick, but she cares if she annoys Amara. So she's like, oh yeah, like the turtle's cool, and then she'd like go quiet and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna survive tomorrow. Like more like talking to herself, if anything.
I know Amara's just sitting, looking out the window, just like absentmindedly. Like she'll answer whenever Ori says something, but that's about it. She won't like engage heavily.
It's that whole like your child's talking to you about something and you're just like, that's nice, sweetie. Uh-huh. While you're distracted with other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you know what? That's okay, because Ori's used to that. So that's what she's gonna be like. That's all right.
How do I get the impression that Amara is just waiting for to see her little rabbit friend and ears coming through a like?
Yeah. Just making sure nothing went wrong.
Yeah.
Making sure it's not being escorted out in handcuffs.
Yeah.
This weird idea, but I love that. So, heading into your first night in Urzen, you can all kind of settle in. Lots happened within a day, a long walk, and then ending with meeting some interesting people and getting an interesting quest as well. You can all head into and take a long rest.
Woo!
I
Yay.
think that was that. Sorry.
Oh, I was just mimicking what you were saying.
Oh.
Sorry, sir.
You are good. What am I looking for? Do-do-do-do. I am looking for. I think that is a good place for us to stop off right here and end today's session in preparation for next week. Let you guys kind of get your minds wrapped around what just happened and make some plans as a group. We'll wake up with the morning with you guys getting back together at your bed and B, whether you're having breakfast in bed or whether you guys go down and you guys can kind of figure out what it is that you would like to do and make your final preparations and get ready for what is to come, whether that is to leave this very day and go and find what is happening or to put it off another day in lieu of preparations. A lot of decisions to be made, and I'm not going to put you guys on the spot right now, so let you guys kind of digest what just happened and stop off the session there and let you guys figure out what to do next. I think that's a good spot, and I appreciate everybody for coming and playing with me, and that was a lot of fun. You guys are an incredibly fun table already. I cannot wait to see you guys all get comfortable because I can't imagine anybody feels that yet. So I'm really excited for where this could